I'm E.G. Marshall. Many years ago, an elegant Englishman named Pierce Egan became the first journalist and historian of what he chose to call the fancy or the sweet science. Well, a thing of so much blood and sweat can hardly be fancy. And while there may be a certain science to it, sweet it never was. Still, boxing has fascinated millions of men and women ever since the early Greco-Roman pugilists fought literally to a finish. And all bouts, ancient or modern, must come to a finish, one way or another. All except the one that's coming up now. This one must go on forever.
I want to confess to the murder of Danny Malloy, Lieutenant.
Now, Jeannie, you know you didn't kill Danny.
What do you mean I didn't kill him?
Come on, Jeannie, you just didn't.
I killed him. Arrest me. Throw me in jail.
Jeannie, why don't you just go home?
You can't push me around. Arrest me. I know my rights. I'm going to get a lawyer.
Our mystery drama, The Serpent of Sarah, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Fred Gwynne. It is sponsored in part by ARM, Allergy Relief Medicine, and True Value Hardware Stores. I'll be back shortly with Act One. The roar of the crowd, the clang of the bell, the sharp tattoo of a flurry of punches, and the sudden drama as the referee counts a fallen fighter out. Yes, boxing. Love it, hate it, praise it as an expression of masculinity, denounce it as barbarism, but don't deny it weaves a spell. Why? Who knows? Perhaps the answer is so simple it defies analysis. Dapper Danny Malloy was a boxer. Lieutenant Jerry Roman was a detective.
Yes, Dapper Danny was a boxer. I was a detective. The difference? I'm retired. Danny's dead. He's been dead, can it be 50 years? Sure. Jimmy Walker was mayor of New York. You remember Jimmy Walker? Well, those were the times. Not like today. Today you go for a walk on Broadway. It ain't what it used to be when I was a detective 50 years ago. Where are all the great restaurants, the great shows, the great stars, and the great fighters? Where are the great fighters? They used to train here at Stilton's gym, just west of 50. You could see them every day, punching the bag, skipping ropes, working out. Now, it's mostly empty, like some seedy, rundown, deserted cathedral. And Solly Stilton himself, very old, very gray, half in the world, half out of it. Hi, Solly.
Who's that?
Me, Jerry Roman.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry the cop.
Yeah. Kind of quiet today.
No, they'll be here. They'll be around. It's at the box. Natural.
Yeah.
It's your day off, Jerry?
Solly, I'm retired. It's been 15 years now.
Oh, yeah. Where's the time go?
It beats me.
Yeah, well, maybe the time don't go nowhere. Maybe just stand still and we go, huh?
It makes just as much sense one way as the other.
You think it'll all come back one day, Jerry?
Sure.
I don't.
Never say die, Solly.
Matt, you're already dead. How can it come back?
Yeah, they say the TV killed it.
No. The kids themselves, they don't want it. They all want to get rich quick. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to train.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
And the people don't want it neither.
What's that?
Huh? Oh, some kid working out. Yeah, they come in here now and then, but it ain't like it used to be.
Hey, that kid. He don't look all bad. What does he weigh?
160.
Nice build. Hey, who does he remind you of?
Who?
He's got the same black hair. Yeah, he even holds himself the same way.
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
Danny Malloy.
Malloy.
Dapper Danny Malloy.
Malloy.
Am I right?
Hey, he shouldn't be here.
Huh? Who shouldn't be here?
What time is it?
It's 2:30. You okay, Sally?
He's fighting tonight in the garden.
Who is?
Dapper Danny against Soldier Davis.
Wait a minute, Sally.
Yeah, for the middleweight championship.
Listen, Sally.
Well, why ain't he in a hotel room resting up?
Sally, it's not the... Sally, listen. Dapper Danny fought Soldier Davis 50 years ago, and both of them are dead today. So are all the guys in the fight crowd. They're dead, too. Everybody's dead, Sally, except you and me.
Then who's that working out at the back?
Like you said, Sally, just some kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably got his name written down in the office.
Say, Sally, you look tired. Why don't you just go inside and lie down on the couch, huh?
I'm okay.
Yeah, sure, but why don't you try a little nap, huh? Come on.
Maybe I ought to go.
Something like this happens every time I see Sally. Then he lies down, sleeps a little bit, and forgets all about it. Till my next visit. Sally and me, I guess we're the only ones still around. But this blackhead kid, all by himself, alone in the gym, why does he make me think of Dapper Danny Malloy? Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, don't stop a mic, huh?
I did my 10 minutes.
Yeah. You look good.
Oh, thanks.
Say, listen, you ever hear of a fighter named Malloy? Dapper Danny Malloy?
No.
You look a lot like him.
My name's Barlow, Bobby Barlow.
Bobby Barlow. Hey, good name for a fighter. My name's Jerry Roman.
How do you do, Mr. Roman?
I like the way you carry yourself.
Huh? I get the idea you know something about boxing, Mr. Roman.
I've seen a few fighters in my day.
You're looking at someone who's going to be the best.
Well, nothing like confidence.
I can't miss. You know why?
I'd like to hear it.
Not just because I feel it, but because I want to work. Now, my manager won't be here for another week. So he said, relax, have some laughs till I get there. But here I am. I shape up here every day.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I'll tell you something else. I got this good luck charm.
Oh, you believe in that, too, huh?
I never used to, but I found this little thing, and suddenly everything fell into place for me. Everything I was trying to learn about, coordination, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel that I can lick anybody in the world.
The more I looked at him and listened to his voice, I started getting a chill up and down my spine. This was Dapper Danny talking.
Who is this Dapper Danny Malloy I'm supposed to remind you of?
Good middleweight.
Oh, the champ?
No.
Well, why not?
He could have been. He was only one fight away.
What happened?
He was killed.
Oh, too bad. An accident?
No. He was murdered.
Hmm? Well, who did it?
We were never able to find out.
Well, weren't there any, suspects?
Oh, yeah. Big-time gambler, Andy Blue, lost $1 million on the fight. He thought he could get Malloy to go into the tank. Malloy just laughed at him.
Good.
Then there was Jeannie Barr. She was a chorus girl. They'd been going together for a couple of years until this society dame came along and kind of took them over.
Hmm.
Jeannie was a very excitable girl. She said if she couldn't have Danny, nobody else could either.
Well, which one of them did it?
Both of them confessed.
Well, which one was found guilty?
Neither of them. You know how the law is. A person's innocent until he's proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Each of them tried hard, but neither of them could prove they were guilty.
Well, somebody had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Well, doesn't anybody know who did it?
I know. I could never explain it to anybody. And if I tried, it would be a quick trip to the nut house. I looked at this boy, and where before I was only getting a chill up and down my spine, now I could feel my blood beginning to freeze. Because I could tell, I knew he was going to be killed in the same way. But what could I say to him?
Well, it's been good talking to you, Mr. Roman.
I come up here quite a lot. Maybe I'll see you again.
Lieutenant, you want the racing form?
Oh, no thanks, Jeannie. I reform.
Want a horse player?
Don't you think it's time you packed in this newsstand and retired?
Retire? Oh, what?
Well, they say you got stocks and bonds and apartment houses. Hey, listen. It's been 50 years. Come on, Jeannie. You want to level with me?
Why should I?
You didn't kill Danny Malloy. Jeannie, you okay?
Don't do that again.
Do what?
Don't say Danny Malloy out of a clear blue sky without warning me. I have to be prepared for that name.
I'm sorry. But Jeannie, did you kill him?
I said I did.
Yeah, I know why. You had to have that satisfaction, right? You had to let the world know that nobody walks out on Jeannie Bar the toast to New York. Jeannie, come on. It's important for me to know.
Important for you? Why should it be important for anybody?
There's a kid up in Stilson's.
What does that have to do with anything? Who's the kid?
You don't know him. I don't even know him.
So? What are you dragging him in for?
Because, Jeannie, if you kill Danny, it's okay. But if you didn't kill Danny, then this kid could be in a lot of trouble. Level with me. Did you kill Danny?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Hello, Mr. Allman.
Good morning, Bobby. I must say, you don't look too good.
I don't feel too good either.
What's the matter? Up late last night?
I couldn't get much sleep. I kept having this crazy dream.
Yeah, about what?
Oh, that's just it. I don't even know. You ever get dreams like that?
Yeah, sometimes.
This thing kept waking me up.
Thing? Remember what it looked like?
Well, it was more like kind of a noise.
What did it sound like?
Kind of a hissing sound. Like
Like a snake?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Every time I'd fall off to sleep, there'd be this noise.
Huh? Did you see anything?
I'm trying to think. There were these two lights. They were close together.
Lights? You mean like lamps, light bulbs?
No. They weren't like that kind of lights. They seemed to be burning, and they were small.
Yeah? Would you say these were eyes?
Eyes. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Looking right at me.
Yeah, did they have any color?
I can't remember. They seem to be very cold.
Cold eyes.
That's right.
Cold eyes like a snake.
Snake. Yeah, of course. That hissing sound and those pale, cold eyes. A snake. A huge snake.
Yeah.
Now, why would I dream about a snake?
Why? I knew why. I'd been through this before with Danny Malloy. This snake was going to kill him. And there was nothing he or I or anybody else in this whole wide world could do about it.
Now, this is, after all, the 20th century, and a snake is only a snake, despite its fearsome reputation. And I'm sure there are adequate ways to handle it. Competent people with the knowledge and equipment to... but here we are being highly rational. And who says any of this has a relationship to reality? We may be wiser after the second act. The world twists and turns upon itself. In that sense, it may be said to resemble a snake. Snakes do not enjoy the best of reputations. They were given a bad deal in the Garden of Eden. And even if we should want to hear their side of it, it's admittedly difficult to get close to them. But the truth will out somehow. It usually does.
What you're saying is the snake just kept you awake.
Yeah. I'd hear the hissing, and then I'd see the eyes.
Was this the first time?
It's the first time it's been this clear. But for over a month, I've had this funny feeling.
What funny feeling?
Of being, scared.
Bobby, does the name Saris mean anything?
Sarah? No.
Bobby, tell me something. Would you give up the ring?
You give up boxing? Never. Why should I?
I was going to answer him to save your life. But how could I have explained it? What words could I have used to convince him? He'd look at me, and what would he see? An old man. And what would he think? He'd say to himself, poor old guy, he's senile. I looked at him, and I saw Dapper Danny Malloy. Dapper Danny that morning as he opened the door to his hotel room. It's 50 years ago to the day, but I remember it clearly. He opened the door, and he had that big grin.
Hey, the joint's raided.
Hi, Danny.
What can I do for you, Sarge?
You can let me in.
They say the long arm of the law goes every place.
Danny, I've been assigned to be your bodyguard.
My bodyguard?
Yeah, your life is in danger.
Who says so?
Andy Blue is in a lot of trouble because of you.
Did that chump actually think I'd throw the fight?
These are the rumors that prevail.
Yeah. Look, I'll tell you who I'm scared of.
Who?
Jeannie Barr.
Why would she want to kill you?
The oldest reason in the world. She can't have me.
But I thought the two of you were getting married.
Hey, don't you read the columns? Winchell, Sullivan, both of them had it.
You mean you're not in love with Jeannie anymore?
That's how it goes.
Huh? Well, you're gonna need a bodyguard.
Oh, you didn't get here a minute too soon. Well, hello, Jeannie, honey.
Don't you Jeannie honey me. What's that item in the columns this morning?
I guess I better not ask what item, huh?
Who is Ruth Ann Wentworth?
Well, if you read the society pages, you'd know she's the most beautiful daughter of the 16th richest man in the world.
And she's going to marry you.
Jeannie, honey, between you and me, could she be better?
You belong to me.
Now, Jeannie, we never made
We
any...
never what? Made any promises? Did we have to? Didn't we both understand?
What do we both understand?
That
We understood that you were the prettiest chorus girl on Broadway. I was the up-and-coming fighter. We both have the same publicity guy, and what he did was great for both of us.
Are you telling me it was just for the publicity?
That is going out with you even if it never got in the papers. Never had so much fun in my life.
Then what are you marrying her for?
Honey, I'm just a part. You're just a showgirl. We can't afford each other.
Don't leave me.
Look, in a week, 2 weeks, you'll forget all about me.
Never.
All right? The truth is, honey, I'm going to forget about you.
Oh, you'll never forget me. You won't live long enough to forget me.
Now, Jeannie, you shouldn't say something like that in front of a cop.
Oh, is that a fact? Well, you just listen to this, Sherlock, and write it down if you want to. I can't have you, Danny Malloy. Neither can anybody else. Now, Sergeant Roman, I said it. You heard me say it. And I mean it.
That's my problem, Jerry. It's always been my problem.
I wish I had a problem like that.
No, you don't. You can see I need a bodyguard. Now, who do you suppose this is? Dapper Danny Malloy, the next middleweight champion of the world, speaking. Ruth Ann, honey. Hey, I was just thinking of you. No, not just. Always. What's that? Wait, I'll check with my bodyguard. I'll explain later. Say, Jerry, I have to go out to lunch.
Where you go, I go.
We're going to have to work something out. Ruth Ann, baby, we're headed there now.
There was Counselor's. I guess the richest restaurant in town. She was waiting for us at a table, this daughter of the 16th richest man in the world. She wasn't nearly as pretty as Jeannie, but then she didn't have to be. She was tall and thin, and she had big teeth and bad eyes. And she had this habit of saying,
Absolutely marvelous. Utterly fantastic. on our honeymoon, Daddy will let us sail a yacht around the world. Well, that's just fantastic.
What do you think, Jerry?
I think it's fantastic.
Oh, and I nearly forgot. I have a gift for you, Clifford.
What is it?
Open it and see.
What is it?
It's a solid gold Serpent of Sarah.
Hmm?
Isn't it fantastic? And it's utterly authentic. Daddy financed an archaeological expedition to Mesopotamia, and they brought this back.
Well, what's it for?
You can. It is a good luck charm.
Ah.
Saris was an ancient Chaldean god of athletics.
Yeah? Sarah?
And the serpent is his sacred symbol. Isn't that fantastic?
Sure.
And since you're an athlete, darling, I said to Daddy, I must give it to Danny. It was predestined. It was foreordained. Oh, my goodness, where has the time gone? I have an appointment with the hairdresser. Call me this afternoon, beloved.
Oh, my. If this one only had Jeannie's looks. The better if Jeannie had this one's money.
Yeah, that's a good-looking piece of jewelry.
Yeah, but a snake.
Maybe it'll be a good luck charm.
Something tells me I'm going to need one.
That was the day I knew something had started. I guess I called it the Day of the Snake. I know now what it came to mean to Dapper Danny in the end. But would it also mean the same thing to Bobby Barlow, the youngster now working out in Stolten's gym?
Hi, Mr. Roman. I was hoping you'd come by.
How are you today, Bobby?
Great, except, it's just that I still seem to have these crazy dreams.
The same dream about the hissing in the eyes?
Yeah, they're mixed up in there somewhere, but there's also a high wind, and it blows sand.
Sand?
Yeah, and I can hear a word.
A word?
It's funny. You remember the other day you asked me if the name Sarah meant anything to me?
Yeah.
Well, in my dream, I hear someone whisper that word. Sarah. Sarah. So, what made you ask?
I've been doing a lot of reading since I retired from the department, and I came across this name, Saris. He was some ancient god of athletics.
Well, you also asked me if I'd be willing to give up fighting. Now, why?
Well, I know this sounds crazy, but if I were you, I'd think about it. This god Saris, I looked him up, and he was very jealous.
Of who?
Of other athletes. So maybe he's sending you these uncomfortable dreams as a warning to get off his turf, you might say.
Mr. Roman, you know what that sounds like?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds as if I'm crazy.
Well, you said it. I didn't.
No, but you thought it. Polite as he was, I could still see his feelings expressed in his face. He thinks I'm crazy. What would he think if I told him the rest of it? I remember pretty well what I thought when Danny Malloy told me the rest of it. I'd never before seen Danny frightened. Have a bad night?
Yeah, I had this dream.
About what?
I don't know if I should tell you, but I have to tell someone. Jerry, when was the first time you ever heard of Mesopotamia?
I guess it was at lunch yesterday.
Yeah, me too. And when was the first time you ever heard of the Chaldeans, whoever they are?
Yesterday at lunch.
Check. And now this god, this heathen god, Saris?
He's also part of the lunchtime scene.
Right. Well, I dreamed about him last night, and I dreamed about a snake. Just like the one on the charm.
Well, that's okay. Nothing to be alarmed about.
Jerry, I am really scared.
Scared of a dream?
Yeah. Scared out of my wits.
Hey, look, Danny, maybe you need a doctor.
No doctor can help me.
Why?
Because of what I did to Saris.
What you did to him?
I killed him. In my dream, I killed a god. Do you know what that means?
We can well imagine. But it was only a dream. Why should he take it seriously? And besides, this is a completely forgotten god from remote antiquity. And Danny Malloy is a realistic young man with his head well secured on his shoulders. But it's these practical, realistic folk who suddenly see ghosts and spirits and gods materialize from thin air. And is it possible they may be right? I'll be back shortly with Act 3. Dapper Danny Malloy was a middleweight boxer who died in 1930. Bobby Barlow is a middleweight boxer who was born in 1955. They are not related in any way. Dapper Danny was raised in New York City. Bobby Barlow spent most of his life in Spokane, Washington, the width of a continent away. And yet they seem to share the same dream. Or should we say, nightmare. Exactly the same. A retired cop, Lieutenant Jerry Roman, is the bridge between them.
I killed him, Jerry. In my dream, I killed the god Ceres. Do you know what that means?
Now, hold on, Danny. Just relax.
The way it happened, it's 1,000 years ago. No, more, 2,000 years ago.
Well, what's 2,000 years ago?
The festival. The thing, the celebration for the god Ceres.
All right. Come on.
There's this big wide open field, and there's altars all over the place.
Altars?
Yeah, they don't look like the kind you'd see in a church today. They're full of fire and smoke because of the sacrifice. And there's this music. The place is jammed with people. Everybody's wearing their kind of nightgowns, except some guys like me.
Yeah? What are you wearing?
Nothing.
Oh, well, lots of people have dreams like that. Suddenly you're out in the street and you don't have anything on. It's supposed to mean something, but I don't know quite what.
The reason that I'm wearing nothing is because I'm an athlete, and this is the Festival of Ceres. There's all kinds of events. You know what I mean? It's like a track meet.
Yeah?
And then there's this event, the one I'd gone there for. Some guy blows a horn. There's this big announcement.
Subjects of the god Ceres, worshippers of the sacred serpent, the god now walks among his people. Who shall walk with him?
It was the fight. Ceres would take human form and show up at the celebration to combat with mortal people.
That sounds like an overmatch if he was really a god.
Year after year, nobody would have the nerve to challenge him. But suddenly, something took hold of me. And when the trumpet sounded again, I knew what I would say.
I challenge the god Ceres and the sacred snake.
I want to tell you, Jerry, that crowd, all of them thousands of people, they went still. And he came at me.
You mean they had boxing way back then?
Well, it was a little bit of everything. Boxing, wrestling, judo, karate, you name it, we tried it.
So how did it go?
Well, it's supposed to go to a finish, till one of us is killed. You're allowed to stop to wipe the blood from your eyes. And while we stopped for that, I could hear this voice say to me, this time it was a whisper.
You fool! You have dedicated yourself to be a sacrifice. Do you mean to kill the god Ceres? He will exact a frightful revenge. Not just today, but throughout eternity.
I heard that voice so clear. I should have thrown the fight. I would have gone to paradise as a hero, but I couldn't. God or no God, I was going to lay him out. You know me, Jerry. You see me fight. I don't go into the tank for anybody.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I knocked him around for a while. He should have called it quits, but he didn't. He couldn't. And finally, he fell down, dead,
But if the sheriff was a god, how could he die?
Just like you and me. The only difference is they come back to life.
Huh?
I want to tell you, that crowd was quiet. And then there was a voice that I don't know where it came from, but this time it was loud and clear.
You fool, you blundering mortal fool. You have defied Ceres. Now you must die. And you will die forever, throughout eternity. The sacred snake shall kill you.
Yeah, this sacred snake. Sea snake. It was the color of gold. And it was big. And it came toward me. I wanted to run, but I couldn't do anything. I could only stand there. And then, finally, it stopped. It couldn't have been more than a foot away. And it raised its head higher and higher until its eyes were looking straight into mine.
Danny, just take it easy.
I don't know what happened. I felt myself go numb all over as if I'd just been bitten.
Did the snake bite you?
It was able to look the poison into me. I felt paralyzed. There was this terrific pain. And just when I knew I couldn't stand it anymore, I blacked out or I woke up.
That was some dream.
No, it wasn't a dream.
It wasn't?
I was there.
Listen, Danny. Danny.
Did you ever get the feeling that you were in a certain place at a certain time? You didn't know where, you didn't know when, but you were there?
Danny, you know what I think? It's your conscience bothering you about Jeannie.
Yeah?
Sure. Along comes Ruth Ann and gives you this charm. It's a snake, right?
Yeah.
A gold snake, and it's, it tells the tale.
What tale?
A snake's supposed to mean a double cross.
Jerry, Ceres is after me. That's what it's all about.
Oh, come on. You don't really believe that, do you?
She's gonna get me.
Who?
Who are we talking about? Ceres.
Come on. Don't worry about a thing. I'll stick to you like a leech.
You can't help me, Jerry. Nobody can. No one was ever able to help me. He always got me.
He always got you?
He's been after me before. He's gotten to me before. He'll get me now. And he'll keep getting me. Forever.
Yeah. You know what I think you need? A good workout.
No. I'm tired. I think I'll take a nap.
He went into the bedroom, stretched out, closed his eyes, and he never opened them again. As far as anyone knows. When I went in to check on him an hour or so later, he was dead. Inspector, nobody could have gotten past me.
But he's dead.
I know that.
Poisoned.
Inspector, I had dinner with him last night. We ate the same thing.
Are you sure?
Positive. This morning we had breakfast.
Where?
Room service sent it up. There was a tray with some juice, eggs, toast, coffee, bacon, butter, jam. There was sugar, cream.
And leftovers of all that have been checked out for the poison. There's no sign of it. Inspector Carey. Who? Andy Blue. We'll get a statement. Andy Blue turned himself in. He wants to confess. You think he did it?
I know he'd want to do it, but how?
Yes? All right. Get a statement from her, too. That was Jeannie Barr.
Huh?
She also wants to confess.
Usually it's the other way, huh?
Don't you tell me I can't go in there. Inspector, I did it. I'm here to tell you I did it.
Now, just a minute, Jeannie.
Well, Jerry will tell you. He heard me say I'd kill him. Now, you did hear me, Jerry. You did. You know you did.
Now, why don't you go outside and dictate a statement?
Are you for real? I'm guilty.
Jeannie, no, you're not, and neither is Andy Blue.
Andy Blue? What does he think he's doing? I killed Danny all by myself. I sneaked into the hotel kitchen.
Sure.
No, please listen to me. You see, I heard him make up a tray for Danny's room. I sprinkled poison into the eggs and the coffee.
Jeannie, which eggs and which coffee? I had breakfast with Danny. Why wasn't I poisoned?
Why?
Danny and I helped ourselves from the same tray.
Well, don't ask me why. I'm no expert, no doctor. Maybe you're immune or something.
I'll have to ask you to leave, Jeannie.
You're not going to take this away from me. I did it.
I'm afraid not.
What are you trying to pull? I'm telling you, I did it. I know my rights. I'm going to get myself a lawyer.
Oh. Now, look. How was he poisoned, Jerry? You didn't see anyone, hear anyone?
No, Inspector.
How was it done? You both ate the same food. You poured the coffee from the same pot. And why are there no traces of the poison left in the utensils, in the food? Do you have any ideas, Jerry?
No, Inspector. None at all. That's all I had to do was tell the inspector about Cyrus and the snake and the dream. And besides, how could I even be sure? It was sometime later when the inspector called me in.
All right, Jerry, we're closing the case.
Unsolved.
No, not exactly. Danny died of a heart attack.
I thought he was poisoned.
So did the medical examiner at first. But he couldn't identify it as any poison known to man, so he said it was possible that it wasn't poison at all, but some sort of a heart malfunction.
And that's good enough for him, huh?
Yeah, and it's good enough for me.
Yeah, well, then I guess it has to be good enough for me. And it's been good enough for almost 50 years. Until a week ago when I walked into the Stilson's gym and I saw this great young fighter working out, this young Bobby Barlow, who for a reason I could never explain, reminded me of dapper Danny Malloy. And Bobby was telling me about some dreams he was having about the eyes of a snake and the same name, Cyrus.
Mr. Roman, I've been having those dreams, those same dreams.
What do you see now?
I see fields, crowds of people.
You told me you found a charm.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, where?
Well, I don't know where. It just came across it in a drawer.
This charm, is it made of gold?
Yeah. How did you know?
Is it in the form of a snake?
Well, yeah. Here it is, in my pocket. But how would you know a thing like that?
I took a deep breath. I told him the story from the beginning to end. I left nothing out. I finished by saying, listen, Bobby, maybe this god Cyrus will be satisfied if you gave up fighting.
If I give up the ring?
Then maybe he won't feel he has to keep on killing you. Bobby, if you hang up the gloves, then he can believe he's the greatest fighter in the world, huh?
But this is...
I know it's hard to believe.
Do you believe it, Mr. Roman?
Bobby, I believe it.
Hello, Jerry.
Hi, Solly.
Oh, well, where you been?
Oh, down in Florida. I've been checking out my grandchildren. What's new around here?
Oh, nothing. Nothing's ever new. I think I'll close up the joint.
No, you won't. You know that. Say, Solly, whatever happened to this Bobby Barlow?
Oh.
The kid who reminded both of us of dapper Danny Malloy.
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah.
He ain't been around. I run into his manager. I understand the kid hung up the gloves.
He did.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have made it, too, but kids today, they don't want to work. They don't like to train. They ain't willing to pay the price. This kid could have been another dapper Danny Malloy.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he was afraid of.
Well, what do you mean, Jerry?
Nothing. Nothing at all, Solly.
Nothing or everything. If you were a young boxer and some old man had told you a story like that in the gym, would you believe him? Well, maybe Bobby Barlow did. Or maybe Bobby thought of all the long and weary hours of punching the bag, skipping rope, road work, all the sacrifice. And suddenly he may have decided it simply wasn't worth it. I'll be back shortly. We hear the tales of the ancient gods, and we smile at them as fairy tales. But we must remember these were the true gods for people who founded the principles of our civilization. Because these gods are now out of fashion doesn't mean they have necessarily lost all their power. And so, in consideration of all these facts, one can only suggest prudence and caution, which is good advice in any event. Our cast included Fred Gwynn, Russell Horton, E.B. Juster, and Ray Owen. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores and ARM, Allergy Relief Medicine. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Newsbreak. Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network. If there is life on Mars, we may know it very soon. Viking 1 is now orbiting the red planet taking pictures. And while we're celebrating our bicentennial day on the 4th of July, if all goes well, the Viking 1 lander will make a landing on Mars and begin getting some answers. Considering the subject matter, we're being pretty blasé about our mission to Mars. We didn't always take the subject of life there so lightly. More after this.
Mercy sakes, this rubber duck gonna be late unless one of you cowboys can help me. Well, I was heading for a gig in my four-wheel rig that I was running late getting down. Because with all of them folks on the boulevard, we weren't never gonna get across town. But when you got your Midland CB rig, well, you got about 1 million friends. And you don't have to be no cotton picker just to sitting and sweating your hands.
Join Midland Cars, forget Midland CB.
And more rubber duck slip on in behind this 18-wheeler, come on. Well, I could have sat on that ramp till the leaves turned brown, because them cars was wall to wall. But I had me a Midland CB rig, and them truckers all heard my call. We hadn't have slipped in between them semis and never would have broke that line. But with a little help from the Midland convoy, rubber duck was right on time, 10-4. Three's on you, good buddy. You truck them safe now, you hear?
Join Midland Cars, forget Midland CB.
When you get a Midland CB, you get a convoy buddy. Come on. FCC license required.
It takes a lot to shake us up these days. Possibly while we're watching a parade or something on the 4th of July, our Mars lander, Viking 1, will be taking pictures of Martians marching by.
You'd have to march slowly. The camera, it scans a line at a time, and it takes quite a while to make a single picture. So if they're creatures and they stand still for maybe 5 minutes, then we could see them. But if they move around, they'll end up as sort of a blur.
Dr. Al Hibbs, the voice of Viking Mission Control in Pasadena. And what might Martian creatures look like? Dr. Carl Sagan can probably answer that question if anyone can. But he'll say that they won't look much like you and me.
The one thing which seems most likely is that organisms on our planet will not closely resemble anything we know here. We will not find anybody that looks like us. There are very few scientists who think it's likely. But it's even possible that there are large organisms that walk around the planet and are of some level of intelligence. There's nothing we know to exclude that.
Ever since science began to speculate about the possibility of life on Mars, science fiction has pictured Martians as monsters. And one night, October 30th, 1938 it was, Orson Welles scared everybody half to death with a radio drama about an invasion of Earth by Martians. And his Martian was an ugly fellow, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. Its eyes are black and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is kind of V-shaped with saliva dripping from its rimless lips.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been handed a message. At least 40 people lie dead in a field east of the village of Grover's Mill. Their bodies burned and distorted beyond all possible recognition.
Wells' broadcast did not tell much about Martian nature, but it showed a great deal about human nature. People actually ran into the streets, really believing it was a Martian invasion. At Grover's Mill, New Jersey, there are still some people who remember how the town reacted when in the play, Grover's Mill was the Martian landing site.
Fear had a lot to do with it. How long you were going to live after that, God only knew.
quite a few of them had taken off for the hills of Pennsylvania. In their car, took their loved ones, their pets, left their doors, windows wide open, lights on and everything, and took off and went. And they felt like damn fools and then come back.
And now here we are, less than 40 years later, about to land on Mars. And what would it do if we were to find out that there is life there? Dr. Carl Sagan.
It would, in the minds of many people, make life a kind of cosmic commonplace and would greatly enhance the idea that there are not just innumerable worlds with living things on them, but innumerable worlds with technical civilizations with whom we might communicate.
Well, we still do not know what Martians look like, but we may find out soon. However, we do know one thing. We do know that our Viking lander is a weird-looking fellow with its camera eyes to take pictures and send them back to Earth, with its 10-foot-long arm to dig and scoop in the ground to see if there are any microorganisms there. No question about it. If anything up there sees it, it may get to thinking it's one of us, and that we Earthlings are a bit on the ugly side ourselves. Now this message.
Hi, America.
Hello.
Looking for the heart of a great meal?
Are we?
Then look for Mrs. Paul's Fish Fillets. Good food that goes with...
Macaroni?
Makes a good balance.
What makes Mrs. Paul's fish fillets taste so good?
We thought of you.
Aww.
And made them just like you would.
Oh?
Yep, we start with mild white fish, dip it in the crispiest of breadcrumbs. We even include our creator sauce mix.
That's great. Mrs. Paul?
Yes?
You are the greatest.
Well, we've eaten at many other IHOPs, but really, when it comes to breakfast, and I'll be honest, I think this is better than I can fix at home. Whether it's blintzes or strawberry pancakes or ham and eggs or sausage and eggs, everything is absolutely excellent. And I don't have to do the dishes, and it makes me very happy not to have to do them.
At your international house of pancakes, IHOP, for many good reasons.
News break, Monday, the 21st of June, 1976. Charles Osgood, CBS News.
This is a NASA space note from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. About July 4th, the first of 2 automated Viking spacecraft is to softly touch down on the surface of Mars. Among the wide range of surface investigations will be the search for evidence of past or present life. While several instruments aboard the landers will assist and support the life search, 3 experiments in particular will look directly for living organisms in the soil. Most biologists agree that if life is to be found on the red planet, the soil is the best place to begin looking for it. A sample of the Mars soil will be scooped up and deposited into a miniature biological laboratory aboard the Viking lander. The soil will be examined in 3 different ways in order to detect the presence of microorganisms. The existence or absence of life on the red planet could have profound effects on theories concerning the evolution of life right here on Earth. This has been a NASA Space Note.
WFAA, Dallas, Fort Worth.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. To my surprise, I discovered that it was Lord Byron, in his famous poem Don Juan, who first said, "For truth is always strange, stranger than fiction." Others, I'm sure, have said it in their own ways. Edmund Burke, the great British statesman and orator, phrased it, "Truth lags behind fiction." And Bob Ripley, the cartoonist, made a life work and a fortune out of this simple statement. The following story is fiction, but it is founded on a strange truth.
That nice little lady, she couldn't commit a murder over a cat.
Let me tell you something, Detective Trout. Most murders are committed by otherwise nice people. And motive? Sometimes all it takes is a hot night or a sneeze or the wrong words put together. Don't you ever forget it, Miss Detective. The right time, the right place, the right circumstances. Anyone can commit homicide. Our mystery drama, Checkmate, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Robert Dryden and Marion Haley. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
Well, sir, I see you're one of the many people who bought a new Buick Century.
That's right. Boy, you want to talk about roomy and comfortable. Just take a look in there. Go ahead.
But you have curtains hanging in your car.
Yes, and wallpaper, too.
Well, why's that?
Well, we like the Century so much, we decided to sell the house and live in it.
Huh. Oh, doesn't that get just a little crowded?
Oh, I suppose it might after a while, but, well, we aren't home that much.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a little Skyhawk up north.
Buick, dedicated to the free spirit in just about everyone.
Why is it everybody talks about air pollution, but nobody does anything about it?
Are you kidding? We're doing something about it.
We are?
Sure, we're contributing to it.
Oh.
For example, burned any trash lately?
Yeah.
Well, that's a contribution.
It is?
Had your car tuned in the last year?
No.
There's another contribution.
All right, how about you? What do you contribute?
Oh, listen, don't worry about me. I work for a power plant.
So?
I give it the office.
Don't contribute to air pollution this year. We've already reached our quota. This reminder from your local lung association is a matter of life and breath.
Electrical appliances are extremely useful time-saving aids. But without proper precautions, they can be instruments of destruction. In fact, government statistics show that 80% of all electrical appliance accidents are due to carelessness. Underwriters Laboratories consumer safety expert Janice Farr says there's an easy way you can help avoid contributing to that 80%.
That's right. I strongly recommend that you read and heed your appliance instruction booklets. Most booklets contain valuable safety tips, such as recommending that you unplug your portable appliance from the outlet when not in use, and that you not let the cord hang over the edge of a table or counter, or touch hot surfaces.
And to be extra safe,
it's a good idea to keep your instruction booklets in a convenient place for quick and easy reference. Remember, the instruction booklet is there, so why not use it?
this has been a public service announcement from Underwriters Laboratories and this station.
Detective Sergeant Digger Bowles of the 4th Precinct is looking forward to his approaching retirement from the force. In his nearly 30 years in the police department, over 20 of them as a plainclothes detective, he's been happy and proud in his work. But he's a man of habit, and change irritates him more and more. Most of all, this new breed of officers. He doesn't particularly appreciate it when they come in a form that is anathema to him in the hallowed precincts of the station house.
4th Precinct, Detective Trout.
Help! I've been murdered.
Well, hold it a minute. Who are you?
Saul Fender.
Address and phone number?
1-800-45.
Wait, was that a 5 or a 9?
5.
I didn't get that last.
Please, I'm on Avenue B. I can't.
Mr. Fender. Mr. Fender, are you all right? Hello?
What you got there, Detective?
The big one, Sergeant Bowles. Homicide.
Who says?
The guy on the phone.
What guy? Who?
Saul Fender. He just got murdered.
Who got murdered?
Saul Fender, the man on the phone.
The victim called up to say he was being murdered.
No, that he just had been. I got the address. We'd better go over there right away.
Now, wait a minute. You mean he's still on the phone?
He was. He isn't anymore. Here, listen.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Fender? Mr. Fender?
You see, he was talking, and then I heard him fall, but he said he'd been murdered.
I don't know, Trout. My feet are killing me. I just hope this isn't somebody's idea of a joke. All right, come on. Let's go see.
Why don't you use the siren?
Because I ain't no show-off. Besides, it makes too much noise. Disturbs people, including me.
Yes, but it's important to get there.
We'll get there.
Fast.
Just as fast.
Oh, how do you know?
Because I've been driving this city just this way for 25 years, and it's always been
good enough.
Smart, huh? What do you know? You're just beginning. You think this is a game?
No, I don't. I'm just enthusiastic about my job, and I'd like to be good at it.
Just like. Don't enthuse.
You don't like me, do you, Digger?
Did I say that?
Well, you don't have to. You think I'm just a wet behind the ears young tongue.
Don't tell me what I think, Detective Trout.
Well, then you tell me.
I think... I know you're a dame. That's all.
And dames don't have any place in your thinking.
Not on the force. Well, not in homicide, anyway.
Why? Women get killed, too.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe it's just lucky we're at the scene of the crime that's already been committed. All right, come on. Let's go play cop. Now, just let me get this straight, Miss,
Mrs. Applebaum.
Oh, yeah. You say you're out walking your dog.
Cat.
Cat. Yeah. Cat. Walking a cat.
Sure. He likes his evening stroll, Morris does. What do you think? He looks like a dog, that cat?
You see a leash, you figure a dog at the other end.
And you're a detective?
Maybe I'm too busy looking at that weapon in your other hand. What's that for?
Oh, this neighborhood. A person isn't safe even it's still light. Nobody bothers me no more since I stuck a couple of them with this.
What is it?
It's a hat pin.
Madam, that's a dangerous weapon.
You have to tell me.
Mrs. Applebaum, how come when we got here you were with the dead man?
He was the super. I had a complaint.
And you usually just walk right into his apartment to complain?
Listen, Miss Cop. Usually I can't even get him to answer the bell when all the things need fixing. Plumbing, heat, the cockroaches. And yesterday, even the toilets wouldn't flush.
You don't like Mr. Fender?
Anybody doesn't like cats can't be any good. God forgive me for saying that, and the poor man dead.
He was dead when you came in.
Just like you see him.
What time was this?
Oh, I guess a few minutes after 9. I got a watch, but I couldn't see without my glasses.
How did you get in, Mrs. Applebaum?
Well, I just turned the handle and the door opened.
So anyone could have got in, huh?
I guess, if they had the new key.
What new key?
Well, to the outside door. Well, we got a new lock. Burglar-proof, it's supposed to be. I'd still like to see the day.
Well, how many people have keys to the outside lock?
Oh, just the people in the building.
Unless they had copies made.
Oh, first off, you can't. You got to send to the company. And second, we all just got them this morning.
Who's all? I mean, who else is in the building?
Oh, well, you see, there's that Dreiser person on the first floor back. Me, second floor front. And Miss Dimby, second back. And the doctor on third floor back.
The doctor?
Oh, that's what we all call Mr. Porter. Oh, is he smart. He plays chess with 8, 10 people at a time and wins from them all. Here, right in the window there at Boardwalk and 52nd Street.
He does what?
Yeah, I know where she means. It's an amusement palace. Pinball machine, skeet ball, shooting gallery, and Professor Porter, the human chess machine. You pay to play him.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Applebaum.
Yes, honey.
There are 6 apartments in this building. Who occupies the other 2?
Well, the first floor front, that's Mr. Kelly with the birds. He had to go back in the hospital again, so I'm caring for them.
Yeah. But what about the 6th one?
Oh, that's Mr. Brilliantine.
Brilliantine?
You know him? Lance Brilliantine. He's an actor person.
What does he do? Hair commercials?
Oh, no. He's with the Children's Theater now. They do fairy stories. And he just flew up to Boston, and he's looking to sublet. He has the whole top floor through.
That's nice. A little nest in the treetops. Well, thanks, Mrs. Applebaum. You go on up to your apartment and stick around. We might want to question you again.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. But what about poor Mr. Fender?
He ain't going anywhere either.
Yeah, but shouldn't he have a doctor?
The only one he'll need is a medical examiner. How he died, that's up to the ME. Now, you run along, huh?
Oh, yes, of course, Sergeant.
Hey, what's that thing?
My hat pin? Oh, don't worry. I know how to handle this. Come along, Morris. Just don't look at Mr. Fender like that. Yes, I know you didn't like him because he was so nasty to you, but you have the last laugh because you have 9 lives and he only had 1.
Think she could have done it?
Done what?
The murder.
What murder? All we know is we got a guy who's dead.
Oh, but he said on the phone.
Who said? You don't even know if it was Fender's voice you heard, or if it was that he was telling the truth. Now, look, let's wait till we have a case before we get all head up.
Yes, Dicker, but if he wasn't murdered, then how could...
Maybe he had a stroke or a heart attack. Maybe he was some kind of a nut. Hey, Detective Trout, don't touch that body till the doc checks him out. You want to do something? Here.
What?
Chalk. Draw a picture of the way he's laying. Then let's you and me take a look, see if anything else is disturbed besides the late Mr. Fender. Okay, Detective Trout, start her up.
Where are we going?
Back to the precinct.
What about the homicide?
Well, a guy died, that's all.
Of what?
Doc says a brain hemorrhage.
But what caused it?
He doesn't know. At least till an autopsy. Probably natural causes.
I don't believe it. The man said on the telephone
Look, do me a favor, will you? Leave it lay. We got nothing to go on. No evidence of forcible entry, no evidence of robbery. Look at all the dough he had in the desk drawer.
We could have checked out the other people in the house.
I did that. Nobody home.
Or at least not answering their bell.
All right, come on. Now, let's move it.
You could tell by his face.
What?
His face. Mr. Fender's face. His eyes wide open like they were accusing whoever it was. I wonder how he was killed.
Maybe somebody said boo to him too loud and frightened him to death.
It isn't funny.
No. Now, what is funny is a rookie detective who can't forget she's a woman and has to get big romantic notions her first case is murder 1 instead of some poor old geezer scared to death of dying but having to do it anyway. Now, come on. Let's not go looking for trouble, detective. You're going to find out plenty of it gets handed to us for free.
I'm sorry, Sergeant.
Don't mind me, kid. Doesn't matter how many times you look at one. I still don't like to see no one dead.
Did the doctor say anything about the mark on his eyelid?
What? What mark on what? His eyes were open. How could you see a mark on the lid?
It was creepy. The way he was staring, and I tried to close his eyes. I just started to pull down the right eyelid. Then you wouldn't let me touch him, and there was a little mark there.
What kind of mark?
Well, just a little red mark, like, maybe something bit him. I don't know. He jabbed a pencil by mistake, or I don't know, something sharp. Maybe like, when you get a penicillin shot from the doctor.
All right, take the next left, Trout, and hit that gas pedal. You can turn on the siren, too.
Where are we going?
The hospital. I want to have a talk with that doc, and fast. Needle, huh?
Well, you're not thinking of Mrs. Applebaum's hat pin.
What else?
Oh, that nice little lady for what? A quarrel about heat or the plumbing or a cat?
Let me tell you something, detective. Most murders are committed by nice people who just flip a screw suddenly and go berserk. Sometimes all it takes is a hot night or a sneeze or the wrong words put together. No, sir. I mean, Ms. Detective, the right time, the right place, the right circumstances, anyone can commit homicide.
So you do think this is a homicide after all?
I don't know, Trout. We'll let the doctor tell us that.
The unmarked car hurtles through the city streets, traffic clearing for its wailing siren. In the passenger seat, Sergeant Digger Bowles is no longer relaxed, but sits forward as though driving himself. Beside him, Detective Marion Trout is tense, and more than a little scared at the reaction to what her observant eyes have seen. I shall return shortly with Act 2.
There's a season coming up, there's a reason coming up to get ready for a better taste of life. And Miromatic helps you do it right.
With the home canning season coming up, remember this. The Miromatic aluminum pressure canner lets you can all kinds of food safely. And the Miromatic pressure canner is the only one that comes in 7 sizes, from 2.5 to 22 quart. One is right for your family. And only the Miromatic pressure canner has an unbreakable one-piece control with 3 pressure settings. So the Miromatic you use for canning is also a versatile pressure cooker. Use it year-round to make tasty meals in 1/3 the time of conventional methods. A Miromatic cooker canner to get ready for a better taste of life.
Miromatic helps you do it right. Wheels are ever spinning, shining spokes are catching sun. There are people seeking nature, seeking help and seeking fun.
Last year, over 15 million new bicycles were sold in the United States, and over 70 million are now in use. Studies show that the leading causes of bicycle accidents are loss of control, mechanical and structural problems, and the entanglement of foreign objects in the wheels. So, make sure your bicycle meets the new safety standard.
So cycle of America, our craftsmen are being told. There's a life that is riding on every bike that's sold.
For more information, write Bicycles, Washington, D.C. 20207, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
For many of us, death, the inevitable last rite, is a feast or sorrowing already arranged. But for countless others, it is the accident which was never expected, and there is nothing tidy about closing the house of life. Saul Fender, who was he? What was he? Who is left to mourn him? And most of all, how did he come to die? While Sergeant Digger Bowles and Detective Marion Trout wait at the hospital for the ME's report, some of this is resolved.
Where have you been, Sergeant?
The autopsy room, waiting for results. Nothing yet. What'd you dig up?
They're sketchy, just a sort of outline.
Draw it for me.
Okay, Saul Fender was 67. No relatives, retired, on Social Security. He got the basement apartment in return for servicing the building. His wife died a few years ago, and after that I gather he didn't care too much about anything. He kind of died with her.
Did he gamble?
No sign of it.
Other women?
Oh, come on. He was a sad little man all alone. He kept to himself, minded his own business, and like the old story, never did anyone no harm.
Maybe. All right, the deceased is on the autopsy table. I got nothing to say until... All right, I'll take it. I said I'd be at this extension. Hello. Yeah, this is Detective Sergeant Bowles. Who's this? Oh, Dr. Baker. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, I see. Okay. I'll take it from here.
So?
So, score 1 for youth and an eagle eye. You got the makings of a detective. Maybe I was lucky I had you along.
The mark on his eyelid?
Yeah. Somebody shoved something really skinny and sharp right through his eye socket and into his brain. That's what caused the hemorrhage and his death.
So it was murder?
That's about the size of it. You got your case after all.
No, I have. I'm not sure I want it. That nice little old lady.
Mrs. Applebaum?
Yes.
We still got to build something that'll hold up in court.
Where do we start?
It's after midnight. I'll have the house staked out tonight just in case. We start early in the morning. Trout, here we are. Scene of the crime. Everybody out.
Okay. Where do we start, Sergeant? We're going to face Mrs. Applebaum first.
Nope. We'll check out all the other suspects. The patrol car phoned in. They're all home. But first, we'll have a look at Fender's apartment.
What for?
That's what we're going to be looking to find out. Find anything here in the bedroom, Detective?
No, Sergeant. You find out anything?
Yeah, a couple of things. I counted that money. $295. A lot of cash to have hanging around.
Well, it makes some people feel secure. I mean, like to have cash on hand.
Yeah. 2 bank books, over $1,200 in one, $10,000 in the other.
What's in the cigar box?
Have a look. Smell.
Grass.
Marijuana. Good stuff.
Well, you think he was a dealer? Grass, money, they go together, don't they?
Oh, not necessarily. The entries in the big bank book are all years old. The money's been there since the year 1, just gathering interest.
And the new bank book.
Chicken feed. A buyer, maybe. Not a seller. But I got a notion where this grass came from.
Where?
Yeah, this is his rent book. A character named Dreiser. You remember Mrs. Applebaum called him a person?
The first floor back.
Yeah, check. He was always behind in his rent, it seems. Sometimes the old boy carried him for 2-3 months. Why?
He was the supplier? Or is that jumping to conclusions?
I ain't jumping. That's just plain adding up 2 and 2. Tell you what. Let's you and me go pay a visit to the first floor back. Mr. Dreiser? Mr. Dreiser? Open up. Police.
Hey, man, what goes with all the loud jive? I mean, like you're breaking my head.
Are you Mr. Dreiser?
Ooh, I am the one.
Detective Sergeant Bowles. This is my sidekick, Detective Trout.
Real nice. Solid. The mama and the papa. Well, what can old Slats do for you?
I'd like to ask you a few questions, Mr. Dreiser. We come in?
Well, sure. Come on in. I'm clean. Just a little stretched out. You know what I mean? I got some coffee moving. You use some for what ails you?
We haven't got anything that ails us.
Oh, then you're lucky. You got it made, mamas and papas. Slats here, he's just cutting it. I mean, like just. Excuse me.
Stoned.
To the gills.
On something a lot stronger than grass.
You know it. I stay one side of him, be ready for anything. I guess you know what happened here last night, Mr. Dreiser?
Oh, man. Is that hot? Last night?
To the superintendent. You know he's dead.
He's what?
Dead.
How?
Well, we're trying to find out.
Well, don't look at me, man. I wasn't even here last night.
Where were you?
Well, now, that's no question for a doll to ask. I mean, you gotta protect your own doll, right?
Mr. Slats, are you trying to say you were with a woman?
Crazy. You named it.
You want to give us her name?
Why?
Fender didn't just die. Someone killed him.
Oh, wow. You're not looking at me.
You were behind in your rent.
Well, I was, but I paid up last night.
What time?
Well, just like before 7 on my way out.
Didn't show in his rent book.
There was cash on the line, $295. Here, I got his receipt right here.
Huh? That's a receipt, all right. But for what?
What don't dig you?
What was passing between you two besides grass? Any hard stuff?
Hard stuff? What are you talking about, man? Junk?
Yeah. Were you buying from Fender?
What? I'm no user.
Well, what do you do? Push it?
Sister, lay back. No call to come on so hard. I'm clean.
Where were you last night around 9 o'clock?
Well, like I said, with my old woman.
What's her name?
No, I wouldn't want to get her mixed up in nothing. Hey, what are you doing, Fuzz? Get out of that drawer.
Hold it.
No, you hold it. Don't you touch nothing of mine.
There's one little item in here I wouldn't think of touching except to pick it up with my handkerchief. You mind if I borrow your ice pick?
What do you want it for?
I want to take it down to the morgue. and see if it fits the hole above Saul Fender's eye, where somebody drove something real sharp like this right into his brain.
What?
That's the way he died. Around 9 o'clock last night. Now, you still want to clam up about where you were then?
Man, I keep broadcasting. I couldn't have been here.
How come?
Because I was in Mount Pleasant then, 50 miles from here.
Prove it.
Come on, what kind of a roust is this? You ain't gonna make me take no fall for some murder rap.
No, let's look at it this way, punk. Now, don't tell me you haven't done time. I dig deep enough, I'll tie you into junk peddling. So the old man found out, was gonna throw you out or turn you over to the cops, and you were on a trip and used this on it.
No, I didn't.
This ain't no ordinary ice pick. It's sharp as a needle. And what do you need it for with an electric refrigerator? This is a weapon, and you know it.
Okay. I ain't standing still for being railroaded on no murder rap. I take a fall, it's gonna be for 1 to 5. Not the whole bundle. There's a pump jockey in Mount Pleasant who'll remember me and get me off the hook.
Why is that?
Because I hit his gas station last night. At 9 o'clock, he was backing off from that ice pick 50 miles from here.
Okay. Put your wrist behind your back. That's it.
How come you had to pick on me for handing Fender his ticket?
Well, you seem the only one who might have a motive.
You kidding? What about all the others?
Well, what about him?
Well, like old Professor Porter up there. Him and Fender used to be such great buddies. But last night, just as I was cutting out, he come on like a sore boil about something. When I left there was some kind of a Brennigan going on.
That was before 7.
So how do you know where he was at 9?
We'll check it out.
An old Lonely Hearts Dimby. There's a babe who's so hot for anything in pants she even made a few passes at Fender. And man, when he brushed her off, she was ready to podle him. And how about Mother Applebaum, huh? I mean, like, she may look like Whistler's old lady, but there's one tough little cookie. Her and that hat pin of hers.
What would she have against Mr. Fender?
Babes, he hated cats. I mean, like they turned him off all the way. And anybody don't like her mangy old cat is marked right off her books. Let me tell you.
Okay, that's it. Move. We'll check them all out. Don't worry.
Well, too bad it couldn't have been him.
Hey there, babes. Cool it.
No, you cool it. You're lucky you're just a 2-bit crook. It just may save your life. So I'll run the Stonehead back to the precinct while you check out Miss Dimby. You think he can handle it?
Well, a dried-up, sex-starved, 4-ish would-be sex kitten, I'll be a lot safer than you would.
You can have her. I'll take the professor as soon as I get back, then we'll compare notes.
I hope it turns out to be one of them.
Why?
Well, I liked old Mrs. Applebaum. I don't want it to be her.
Listen, detective. First thing you got to learn in this job is don't form any attachments. And the second is, don't kid yourself there's any romance. And forget all about the books, the movies, and the TV shows. The way it is in real life, 99 chances out of 100, the perpetrator is the obvious one.
Which means Mrs. Applebaum.
Which means Mrs. Applebaum.
It will have to be a very large or unexpected miracle to get Mrs. Applebaum off the hook, as Detective Marion Trout is due to find out when both her other suspects turn up with airtight alibis. And yet, but that will have to remain till I return shortly with the third act.
Pick up a pickup. Pick it up and take it home.
Pickups are rotary-powered air conditioners from Fetters. Just as powerful as ordinary units, but lighter and smaller. So you can take it home and put it in the window, close the sash and plug it in. Move it to the bedroom. Take it on vacation. One little pickup. One little pickup. One little Fetters may be all you need. Pick up a pickup at your Fetters dealer today.
Here
we are talking with one of the thousands and thousands of people who bought a Buick this year. This is a Skylark, right?
That's right. Pretty, huh?
Indeed it is.
You want to sit in it? I'll let you for $1.25.
Do you charge to let people sit in your Skylark?
Oh, this is a very nice car. Look, I figure when word gets out, people will be lined up for blocks. Hey, you want to honk the horn? Give me a dime.
Listen, sir, Buick dealers let people do this for free.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're missing a good bet.
Buick, dedicated to the free spirit in just about everyone.
Somewhere a teenage girl in a school for the retarded doesn't remember what her parents look like. And somewhere a great-grandmother in a nursing home doesn't even bother to celebrate her 85th birthday. Now, multiply these people by many millions and you've become aware of the problem. And the problem is loneliness. Let me tell you about a new public service program called Voiceogram. The heart of the program is an exchange of tape-recorded messages between the patients and their families and friends. Actor Cliff Robertson and Harold Russell, chairman of the President's Committee for the Handicapped, and myself are lending their support on a nationwide basis. But to make it work, we need sympathetic volunteers who will visit patients and talk to them while their words are taped for their loved ones to hear and respond. Just give a little bit of your time and a lot of caring, and just write to Voiceogram. Box 127, Coscob, Connecticut, 06807.
Right at this moment, Marion Trout is almost regretting her transfer to the Detective Bureau. As a uniformed policewoman, she has faced death before, but then it was impersonal, not something she had to become involved in. A murder investigation, she is finding, is different. Now, she herself is committed to hunting down a murderer that might be a bright, attractive old lady to whom she has taken a liking. But in spite of Sergeant Bowles' conviction, she doesn't have to face that yet. For the moment, her quarry is Miss Dimby.
Who is it? Sorry to bother you, Miss Dimby. I'm a police officer.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear me, you don't look like a police officer.
Well, I should have said detective. My shield and identification.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
You haven't heard about your superintendent?
Oh, you mean about his heart attack? Oh, yes, so sad, so sudden. It was a terrible shock. I felt so guilty about my feeling of relief for the moment before I... Oh, well, perhaps you should come in.
Thank you.
Yes, such a dreadful, dreadful shock.
What did you mean, feeling of relief?
Oh, well, I never should have mentioned it. It's just that it's so difficult for a young, single girl to be in a house that's practically infested by men. One gets a little tired of, being pestered. Particularly the older men. Although Mr. Fender was very sweet, but he was persistent. One must speak well of the dead. Won't you step into my parlor?
Oh, thank you, Miss Denby.
Oh, please, sit down. Oh, you don't mind if I go on with my knitting, do you?
No. Not at all.
Oh, well, I have so many beaux, men in my life. So many favors to return, and I am not well to do, so I knit them scarves or gloves.
Did you know that Mr. Fender was murdered?
Oh, murdered? Oh, but how?
Well, he was stabbed in the eye.
Oh.
Something very sharp was driven into his brain.
How dreadful. What sort of thing?
Well, something like a skewer or an ice pick or a knitting needle.
Oh.
Miss Dimby, where were you last night between 8:30 and 9:30?
Oh, why, I was at a moving picture show.
Ah, well, what did you see?
Oh, why, it was lovely. So artistic and cultural. That exquisite production by the great Spanish director, Michael Lugano, La Paloma. Have you seen it?
Oh, no. What theater?
Oh, the Fine Arts.
Oh, that beautiful little theater on the southwest corner of Broadwalk and 24th.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes, well, then you couldn't have been here anywhere near 9 o'clock.
Oh, heavens, no.
Well, in that case, there's no need to ask you any more questions. No. Don't bother. I'll let myself out.
Oh, well, you're sure that's quite satisfactory?
I'm sure, Miss Dimby. You gave me just what I need. Sergeant.
Damn professor slipped out on me. What is it?
You don't have to look any further. I've got her.
Who?
The murderer.
The Dimby dame?
She gave me an alibi that she was at a movie at the Fine Arts Theater at Boardwalk and 24th last night. I trapped her with the address, and get this. She's a knitting knot.
I don't follow.
Now listen, there's no Fine Arts Theater at that address. It's just a hole in the ground for a new building and knitting needles. A steel knitting needle. Wouldn't that be a perfect weapon for a sex-starved old maid to use against a guy who maybe turned her down?
Oh, a police person? Miss Detective?
Yes.
Could I see you a moment, please?
Go ahead. I'll go with you.
Oh, I'd rather see the lady alone, please.
I think I'd better come along.
Oh, dear. Well, all right. Come in, please. I'm afraid I have a confession to make.
Well, you see, Sergeant.
I lied to you earlier about being at the Fine Arts.
You weren't at the movies?
Oh, yes, I was at the movies, but not at the one I said I was.
Yes, well, then where were you?
Well, it's really a matter of, one might say, morally outraged curiosity. I had gone to see a perfectly dreadful and vile thing called The Story of W.
Oh, well, I can see why you might have wanted to keep that a secret. That their Story of W, Detective, is X-rated. It's what you call your hardcore pornography.
You've got to be kidding.
Well, what's the difference, Dimby? What you saw, unless you could prove you were there.
Oh, well, I can prove I was at the one.
How?
Well, the manager knows me. It's a little embarrassing going right up to the... Well, he lets me in quietly.
And how long were you at this movie?
From 7 to 11 o'clock. I'm afraid I sat through it twice.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, you needn't look down your nose at me. And instead of harassing me with your police brutality, you should be after the real culprit.
Yes, and who's that?
The almighty professor. Oh, butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Always the gentleman. You should have heard him and Mr. Fender going at it hammer and tongs as I did when I left for when I went out. And something else.
What was that, ma'am?
Well, the door was open as I passed, and I saw him hit Mr. Fender over the head.
With what, Miss Dimby?
With his umbrella.
But if you look at this umbrella, you can see he must have hit him pretty hard. Some of the ribs are broken.
Well, first of all, we don't know it's his umbrella.
She said she saw him throw it out this morning.
She says. Anyway, so what? There wasn't a mark on Fender's head. How can you hurt anyone with a light umbrella? And anyways, the time is all wrong.
Yeah, well, maybe he came back.
Well, here's the amusement center. That's what I intend to find out now. Excuse me, Professor Porter?
Morning. You want to play $1 a game unless you win, and then I pay you $2. Take board number 7 and choose white or black.
Excuse me, I don't want to play. I want to talk to you. My credentials.
Police? We can go over here by the weight machine. It's the quietest place in the house. Very well, Sergeant. You have exactly 1 minute.
I gather you were a friend of Saul Fender's.
Saul? Yes. We played chess together, and... Why?
When was the last time you saw him?
About 6:30 last night, when I went home for dinner before I returned here.
What time did you return to work?
It was sometime before 7.
And you got home at 11:30?
That's right.
Between those hours, you were sitting at your usual place in the window playing chess.
Except for traveling to and from, yes. What happened to Saul?
He was murdered.
What? You don't think I had anything to do with it?
Not if you were here at 9 o'clock, no. You're out of it if you're telling the truth. And don't worry. I intend to make sure that's just what you're telling. Yeah? You sure? Yeah, okay.
Well, what did the lab say?
No trace of blood on the hat pin. Well, that don't mean nothing. It could have been washed off.
Then you're going to arrest her?
I don't know. We got motive, opportunity, means, but ain't much of a case. No witnesses, no proof they quarreled.
Yes, and yet we know Professor Porter did.
What's the difference? That was 2 hours earlier, and he...
What is it?
I just thought of something. Who usually establishes the time of death?
Well, the medical examiner or whatever doctor they send over.
Only this time he didn't. We told him because of the phone call. But supposing by that time he was already dying and was only beginning to realize it.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm going to get Doc Prouty at the hospital and maybe he can explain it to me.
What are you...
It's all right, Mr. Porter. Come on in. We've been waiting for you.
You're that policeman who came to see me. Who is this woman?
This is Detective Trout.
What you're doing here?
Well, we want to ask you some questions.
Yes, Mrs. Applebaum is quite correct. I did quarrel with my poor friend Saul. We had a terrible one.
And you did hit him?
I'm ashamed to say I did. I hit him over the head.
With your umbrella?
Yes, but the provocation was very great. I ask you to imagine, my life is not much, but I have my pride. I could have been one of the greats, a Spassky, a Bobby Fischer. But I was never given the chance. Instead, I work in a window, playing with fools who have no hope of beating me, goggled at by idiots from the street, as if I were in a cage at the zoo. But when Saul came to the house, he was lonely. He had no companions. I taught him to play chess. I played with him to amuse him. I even showed him the unbeatable reply to the Museo Gambit, a secret only I know. And you know how he repaid me? Yesterday, knowing I was sick and not myself, when I had 10 games going, he came, the pupil to the master, and used my own trick to defeat me in the goldfish bowl. He shamed me in front of all the world. I was mad enough to kill him.
I'm afraid that's just what you did.
What?
Is this the umbrella you hit him with?
Yes, that's my umbrella. I threw it away because some of the ribs got broken. But that, well, a little hit on the head from a light umbrella couldn't have killed him.
Only it did. One of these broken ribs jabbed straight into the hollow of his eye and right into his brain.
Oh, no. I never meant... But wait a minute. You said he was alive at 9 o'clock. We quarreled at least 2 hours before that.
Sometimes it takes time for a man to die. The doctors tell us that the hemorrhage caused by the wound could easily have taken 2 hours to cause his final death.
Good Lord. I suppose you're going to arrest me.
The charge will be manslaughter. But we'll have to arrest you.
But I don't care about the charge. I'm only sick to my soul that I could have caused another human being's death. I think I shall have a better judge and a punishment to fit the crime.
Mr. Porter, are you all right?
No, my dear. I'm very far from all right. It's my heart. There are some pills in it. Oh, no.
Which pocket, sir?
It doesn't really matter. It's better this way. The end game is played out. This time it's checkmate. And I'm the loser.
Some time ago, outside a New York bar, two men got into a fight. One of them lashed out at the other with an umbrella. After the fight was stopped, the man who had been hit by the umbrella continued on his night out. And it wasn't until he returned home some 2 hours later that he collapsed and died. Truth, as I said in the beginning, is stranger than fiction, except when it is borrowed to make a good story. I'll be back shortly.
You may feel it's an embarrassing subject, but since 1 out of every 3 people suffers hemorrhoid symptoms at some time, you should know about Preparation H. Preparation H gives prompt, temporary relief from occasional pain and itch in many cases. But Preparation H does more. Actually helps shrink swelling of hemorrhoidal tissues caused by inflammation. With so many having the problem, it's comforting to know that Preparation H helps shrink swelling of hemorrhoidal tissues. Ointment or suppositories. Use only as directed.
Fred, you're taking our gardening tools to the library?
Right, gets me in the mood.
Gets you in the mood.
You see, dear, the library now has a lot of new services, and today I'm going to plant our garden.
So you're taking our rake and shovel.
Right, at the library you can now attend a concert, see a puppet show, even borrow a classic film.
Do they have belly dancing lessons at the library?
How did you know?
Maybe it's because you're wearing that jewel in your navel.
Oh, yeah. The library. Come see what's new, besides books.
Put your shirt back on, Fred. I mean, the world's not ready for your tummy.
A public service message from the American Library Association.
Takes more than a clever chef's hat and apron to make a cookout a success. What's needed is the kind of start-to-finish know-how supplied by the current Family Circle magazine's Guide to Foolproof Barbecuing. Gives you everything from how to gauge the temperature of your fire to how to smoke meats, even without a cover. And the recipes are anything but run-of-the-grill. Texas ribs, lamb kebab, orange peanut pork roast. For indoor cooking, Family Circle samples the diversities of the American cuisine with a treasury of ethnic foods. Greek spinach pie, African hot soup, Portuguese bread, to mention but a few. The July Family Circle cover features an embroidery of summer flowers for which directions are inside. Oh, incidentally, did you know that last month's issue contained more than $2.40 worth of national brand coupons? Added value from Family Circle, the world's largest selling woman's magazine. Just 39 cents at your supermarket checkout counter. This is Jack Sterling.
I suppose the motives for the crime of homicide are countless. Some of them are as unspeakable and as savage as the crime itself. But the most macabre and terrible thing about it is that by far the most of them are so small and unreasonable, except to the people involved. How few of them are as neatly solved and resolved in the words of Genesis. A life for a life, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Our cast included Marion Haley, Robert Dryden, Court Benson, and Bryna Rayburn. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Shining spokes are catching sun. There are people seeking nature, seeking health and seeking fun.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has issued a new safety standard for bicycles. A bike with coaster brakes must be able to stop in 15 feet from a speed of 10 miles per hour. A 10-speed bike with hand brakes must be able to stop in 15 feet from a speed of 15 miles per hour. Brake performance is one of many safety rules.
So cycle of America, our craftsmen are being told there's a life that is riding on every bike that's sold.
For more information, write Bicycles, Washington, D.C. 20207. This message brought to you by the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
For more than 2 years now, people have been trying to get you to slow down to 55 miles an hour. Down to the speed limit. They've told you that slowing down will save millions of gallons of gasoline. They've told you that slowing down saves thousands of lives, and they've got the figures to prove it. I think those are pretty good reasons. Some of you obviously do too, because some of you have slowed down. But an awful lot of people, for one reason or another, haven't. They seem to think the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit is something they can take or leave. It isn't. It's a law, with tickets and fines and all the rest, just like any other law. And I should know. I'm a police officer. From where I sit, there's just no way around it. The 55-mile-an-hour speed limit can do a lot of positive things, and it's my job to make sure it gets a chance to work. Not just because it's a good idea, but because it's the law.
A public service of this station, the U.S. Department of Transportation, and the Advertising Council.
WFAA, Dallas, Fort Worth.
CBS News. Japanese police have arrested 3 executives of All Nippon Airways in connection with the Lockheed aircraft bribe scandal. I'm Mike Stanley reporting on the CBS Radio Network.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Many of you may not be familiar with the writings of William Austin, since his main claim to fame is that he was the forerunner of the famous Nathaniel Hawthorne. But it is as sad in a way as this haunting tale I bring you that he should have been so overshadowed by his famous antecedent. For no more poignant and heartbreaking, while at the same time terrifying story could be told than this. The American version of the wandering Jew, condemned and outcast, and the small, shivering, fever-racked child with the sad brown eyes innocently doomed to share his exile with him forever.
Lightning flash. Do you see?
My eyes are dazzled. What should I be seeing?
There, in the center of the cloud.
What?
An open carriage, drawn by a fierce black horse, and the child clinging in terror to the man. There he goes. The storm breezes.
Mystery drama, The Storm Breeder, was especially adapted from the classic William Austin story for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Michael Tolan and Fred Gwynne. I'll be back shortly with Act One. For the strange, weird, unforgettable fragment of American history brought to you here, we are indebted, according to William Austin, to one Jonathan Dunwell of New York. Mr. Dunwell was a judge, and as such, a general officer of the court by profession, but by inclination, an antiquarian and a collector of American history. It is his manuscript we bring to life. In the summer of 1820, business called me to Boston. I sailed in the packet to Providence, and when I arrived there, I learned that every seat in the stage was engaged. I was fortunate enough to find a seat with the driver. It being a pleasant night and he quite intelligent, we were chatting pleasantly when all of a sudden the horses drew their ears on their necks flat as a hare's, and the whole business of Peter Rugg began. What's the matter with the horses?
Have you a shirt, too, with you?
Well, I need no overcoat. My jacket is enough.
You'll need one soon. You see the horse's ears?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes. I was just about to ask why.
They see the storm breather.
The who?
You'll find out, sir. Keep your eyes ahead.
I am. The road seems empty, and the weather is lovely, not a cloud in the sky.
But you will see him soon. For the weather that follows will blot out the sun.
Are you pulling my leg, driver?
I wish I were, Mr. Dunwell, sir. Here, sir. Wind this blanket about you.
But the sun is shining, and
Listen to what I say. Protect yourself as much as you can.
Approaching us was a weather-beaten chair, once built for a shaved body, drawn by a great black fiery horse, traveling at least at a speed of 12 miles an hour. Seated in it were a child and a man, who glanced at us as he passed in such dejection of spirit and hopelessness that my heart seemed to suspend beating momentarily. In the moment that he passed us, our horse's ears sprang forward and bent so that they nearly met. Who was that man?
Nobody knows.
And the child?
Nor her. Though both are familiar to me. I must have passed them more than 100 times on near as many routes.
Without ever exchanging a word?
Not a word. In the beginning, he used to stop and inquire the way to Boston, even when he was traveling directly away from the town. But since he never seemed to follow my directions, I have ceased communication with him.
So that was the reason for the strange, fixed look he turned on you.
It could be.
And now he's gone. Disappeared as if neither he nor that frail, shivering child had ever been. Does he never stop anywhere?
Never longer than to inquire the way to Boston.
I see no signs of this promised storm.
Look in the direction from which the man came. The storm follows him.
By gad, you're right. There is a little black cloud speck in the east, but not much more than the size of my hat.
That there's the seed storm. With luck, we may reach Polly's Tavern before it strikes. But to mark my word, the wanderer and his child will go on through rain and thunder and lightning to Providence.
To the town we are coming from, you mean?
Yes, sir. I would guess the real Providence is as far out of his reach as the Boston he never seems able to find either. Wrap that saddle blanket about you, for here it comes. Hey! Get up! Mark you in his lightning flash. Do you see?
My eyes are dazzled. What do you mean?
Watch as it comes again. There! In the center of the cloud. What? Don't you see? An open carriage drawn by a black horse, and the child clinging in terror to the man. Now look. Do you see?
I see nothing but the lightning and the boiling blackness of the cloud.
No matter, perhaps as well for you. Now hold fast. We go full out. Hey! Get up! Move, then! Move!
Within a few minutes, we had broached a rise, and sliding and slithering came down into the hollow to Polly's Tavern. In spite of the summer weather, a steam of damp arose from our clothes and those of other travelers. And the whole common room seemed to be awash with discussion of the storm breeder, whom almost all of them seemed to have met on the road.
The name is Darwin, sir, of Boston, in the import-export trade.
Jonathan Dunwell, recently seated as judge in our circuit courts, bound from New York to your fair city.
Well, sir, my pleasure and privilege to meet so distinguished a gentleman. I'm afraid your city is fast surpassing ours in credit and notoriety.
Not entirely, sir. I'm afraid a citizen of your city is the focus of all conversation tonight. The storm breeder. Did you chance on him?
No, as it happens, not today. But too many times.
Too many times?
I could wish to see neither that man nor his horse again. For they seem not to belong to this world.
Well, how's that? I saw them plain, father and daughter, passing us on the road.
Did you speak?
No.
I have seen him wet and weary many times before tonight. And no one who has ever once seen him can ever be deceived again as to his identity.
You know him by name?
Yes, sir. Peter Rugg.
Peter Rugg. But who is this mysterious man?
That is more than anyone can tell exactly, save that he is a famous traveler, though held in low esteem by all innholders, for he never stops to eat, drink, nor sleep.
But why does the man never stop anywhere? Long enough to speak to anyone, at least.
Why, those who know the most about him say the least. It is asserted that sometimes heaven sets a mark on a man for judgment or for trial. I'm thinking of the one time Rugg spoke to me. I was in Connecticut at the time, on a winding road, my horse as weary as myself. It was toward dusk, and all of a sudden, from behind me, traveling at a reckless clip for those roads, a fiery black horse pulling an open chaise caught up to me from behind.
Will you tell me how far it is to Boston?
100 miles.
100? How can you say so? I was told last night it was but 50, and I have traveled all night.
Problem is, sir, you are traveling from Boston. You must turn back.
How can you tell me so? It is all turned back. Boston shifts with the wind. One man tells me it is to the east, the other west. Even the guideposts all point the wrong way.
I think perhaps you're tired, and your little girl, too. Why not stop and rest? You're wet and weary.
Yes, foul weather since I left home.
Stop then up ahead of the inn and refresh.
No, I cannot stop. Do you see what follows me? I must ever stay ahead of it. So I must reach home tonight. I pray you are mistaken in the distance to Boston.
I wish I were. May I make so bold as to inquire if you are Peter Rugg? I think we've met before.
My name is Rugg. I meet so many. I have lost my way. I am wet and weary. I would take it kindly if you would direct me to Boston.
Where do you live in Boston? On what street?
Why, Middle Street. Everyone knows the house, with the great shade maple, across from the cemetery.
When did you leave Boston?
I cannot tell precisely. It seems a considerable time.
Well, sir, how did you and your child become so wet? It has not rained in these parts today.
The shower caught me back on the road a piece. It always catches me, unless I keep moving. Would you advise me to take the old road or the turnpike?
Oh, why? The old road is over 120 miles. The turnpike but 97.
You impose on me. It is wrong to trifle with a traveler. You know it is only some 40 miles from Newburyport to Boston.
But this is not Newburyport. This is Hartford.
Do not deceive me, sir. Is not this river I've been following the Merrimack?
Oh, no, sir. You are just outside Hartford. And this river is the Connecticut.
Have the rivers changed their courses as the cities their places? Am I forever? But again the clouds are gathering and the storm is at my heels. God curses me for that fatal road.
His impatient horse leaped off, his flanks rising like wings. And that's the last time I saw the ill-fated Mr. Rugg.
Amazing. But you say he gave his address as Middle Street.
That is correct, Mr. I should say Judge Dunwell.
The house with the great maple shade tree across from the cemetery.
So he said.
Do you know Boston well enough to locate him?
Oh, no, sir. And my business seldom carries me that way.
But mine does. I think for curiosity's sake I must go to Peter Rugg's home and try to find out why it is so difficult to return to. 20 years, you said, you've been seeing him on the road.
Oh, all of that. And the last was the only time we spoke.
I should like to meet the man face to face. If for no other reason than to find a better fate for that little girl long since turned woman. When I get to Boston, I shall make it my first order of business. Which is exactly what I did. It was not easy, for the maps were inaccurate, and there was more than one Middle Street. But finally I found it. The great tree smothering the house so that it lay in a shadowy gloom. The paint was peeling, the windows cracked and cobweb-ridden. But the path to the door was cleared, and I was sure that someone or something still lived there. It was with a strange trepidation I walked through the weeds and lifted the heavy knocker. At last, with a deep breath, I let it fall. Then, in utter silence, bathed in the shadowed gloom, I waited to meet whatever waited behind that door.
A house abandoned by its master for countless years. Is it possible that any evidence of him has remained, or his family? Does some heartbroken woman still wait for that lost child, or even for the storm breeder himself? Who and what is Peter Rugg? Phantom, or reality, or legend? We shall have to await those answers with Judge Dunwell until I return shortly with Act 2. Judge Dunwell was never fated to have an answer to his knock on the door. For in the very moment that something old stirs and rustles within the house, outside it, the small noises are smothered by the arrival of the familiar black chaise and the snorting, prancing steed that draws it.
Whoa, Lightfoot! Whoa! Don't you recognize home at last?
At the sound of the arrival, instinctively I had withdrawn deeper in the shadows, finding perfect concealment behind a clump of overgrown rhododendra. Twilight was just upon us, as a confident and somehow younger man than I remembered Peter Rugg to be strode up the path, just in time for the door to open. The little girl sat timid and immobile on the seat of the carriage, as if knowing the hopelessness of it all. Somewhere, low thunder grumbled.
Mistress Rugg, your husband is sorry to have been delayed, but circumstances beyond... I beg your pardon, madam, but I'm looking for Mistress Catherine Rugg.
Who? Who did you say?
My wife, madam, the Mistress Rugg.
Oh, Lord bless you, sir. She ain't here. Ain't been here or in this world for 50 years.
What do you mean?
I mean, she's dead and gone like all birds. Dead and gone and buried and lost.
But that can't be. I'm tired and worn, but this... I know my own house. I live here.
Oh, no, you don't. Not now you don't, whoever you are. I can show you deed and title which says that it's mine.
It is true. It seems as though it might be on the wrong side of the street. I don't know. it's hard to... forgive me, madam. I'm confused. Everything seems misplaced. The streets changed. The people changed. The town changed. And what is strangest of all, Catherine Rugg has deserted her husband and child. Oh, pray tell me, has John Foy come home from sea?
Who?
John Foy, my kinsman. He could give me some account of Mrs. Rugg.
I never heard of John Foy. Where does he live?
Just above here on Orange Tree Lane.
Oh, bless you for a stranger. No such place in this neighborhood.
But that can't be possible. The street's gone. Orange Lane is not the head of Hanover Street near Pemberton's Hill.
There is no such lane now.
You cannot be serious. Woman, you mock me. The next thing you will tell me is that there is no King George. However, be that as it may, you must see, madam, that both my daughter and myself are wet and weary. I must find a resting place. Can you direct me to Boston?
But this is Boston. The only city of Boston I know.
But not the one I know. Yes, Lightfoot, coming. I am wrong, of course. I don't know how I could have mistaken it, but this is a much finer city than Boston. Boston must lie at a distance, my good woman, since you are ignorant of it. Yes. It's the same old story. No home tonight. I must away.
No! Mr. Rugg, wait! Wait! Who are you, sir?
Oh, 1,000 pardons, Mistress Croft. May I present myself? Judge Jonathan Dunwell of the Circuit Courts, but recently come to Boston.
A judge? Have you some business with that man?
Not legal business, but I had hoped to meet him here and question him. I am obsessed with a desire to know exactly who and what he is.
I'm ashamed for allowing you to stand so long in the rain. Come in and warm yourself by my fire. May I offer you some more sherry, Your Worship?
No. You are more than kind to have given me what I have against the chill. Heaven help that poor man in an open carriage.
And that child beside him.
And the child.
That a man named Rugg once owned this house is all I know. The factor who arranged for my father to take it over is supposed to have made sure all papers are legal.
How I wish I could have stopped him, learned more about him, tried to solve the mystery of him.
The mystery of him? Well, I cannot help there, but I should think the factor who sold us this house should know more of him than anyone, if he is still alive.
Could you give me his name and address? I shall not rest till I have followed this strange affair to its depths and its beginnings.
You understand the hour is late, Judge.
Yes, I do indeed, Mr. Felt. You know the history of Peter Rugg, sometime of Middle Street in this district?
Yeah. I will be brief. He rented a property of mine in his youth. He was married to a fine young woman who bore him a daughter, as I remember.
Jenny.
So I believe was the name. Well, no matter, an offspring. And then without so much as a by your leave, he ran off with the child, leaving the wife to die, as I believe or remember. Yes, she died.
Why?
Well, damn it, she was deserted. Fortunately, Rugg left no creditors. He owned his horse and chaise, and after she died, it was all soon forgotten. Yeah, soon forgotten. I suppose he died.
No. To the best of my belief, he is now alive and living. I have lately seen him and his horse and chaise. And his child.
Was that so? That's so. Well, now, I wouldn't presume to argue with a man of your standing that Peter Rugg could still be alive. I will not deny, but Jenny Rugg, if you saw her... Let's see now, the Boston Massacre was 1770, was it not?
I fortunately avoided it, but history records that date.
So, on that date, Jenny was 10 years of age. And if living, that would make her, let's see, 60 now, give or take a year.
Do you know what you're saying?
If Peter Rugg is still alive, which I take as possible, he could be only 10 years older than myself. And I was only 80 last March.
It was obvious that Mr. Felt was in his dotage. So despairing of gaining any further intelligence from him, I returned to my lodgings at the Marlborough Hotel. If Peter Rugg, I thought to myself, has been traveling since the Boston Massacre, there is no reason I can see now that he shouldn't travel to the end of time. And I might have left it there had I not descended to the tap room for a nightcap, and there encountered Mr. Derwin.
I ran up against a man whose grandfather knew our elusive friend, Mr. Rugg, and can now tell you the whole story, such as it is.
Then by all means begin.
It seems that, if my informant is worthy of credit, Peter Rugg, a man in comfortable circumstances, with one daughter and a wife, lived in Boston on Middle Street. He was a man generally esteemed, save for one thing.
Oh, don't keep me on tenterhooks. What?
An ungovernable temper, so violent that the wig would rise from his head. And while his fits were upon him, he had no respect for heaven or earth.
A sorry spectacle. Some of it hard to believe.
Less hard to believe than his punishment for it.
Well, what does that mean, sir?
Well, whilst visiting in Concord one day late in autumn, with his daughter in the chaise, drawn by his favorite horse, a great black beast named Lightfoot, a tremendous storm overtook them, driving them for shelter as dark fell under the roof of a friend of his, Mr. Cutter, who urged him to tarry the night.
Which any man in his right senses under the circumstances would do. And he did not heed his pleas?
Far from it, Judge. Instead, the veins standing out on his neck and at his temples, he screamed to high heaven,
"Let the storm increase! Let God and the devil wreak their worst! I will see home tonight, or never see it more!"
And with that, he clapped whip to his horse and disappeared into the raging night.
Never to return home?
Never.
Incredible.
Worse than that. Supernatural.
Why?
The man is accursed. Whether by God or by the devil, I know not which.
Still 50 years of wandering in search of his home. How could it be possible?
Well, now, as to that, there are two theories. One I had from my informant. His grandfather said that on the day after he left Concord, 50 years ago, his friends and neighbors started inquiries. But it appeared that Peter Rugg had stayed no place in Boston. And his wife had a strange tale.
What tale is that?
Sitting by the window, waiting on that wild night, there was a sudden sound like an earthquake. And indeed the whole house rumbled underneath her as if about to cave in. Peering out through the storm, she saw a strange sight.
What sight was that?
Coming hell for leather down the street was Peter Rugg in his carriage, straining back on the reins in a vain effort to stop his horse, and crying,
"No, Lightfoot, no! May you be damned for the devil you are! Hold up,
had the bit between his teeth and would not stop?
Yes. But there were those who discount the story, saying merely that Peter Rugg wanted to leave his wife and never come home at all. That there was another woman somewhere.
That scarcely fits the facts as we know them.
Well, then, there is the other theory.
Which is?
Perhaps best told by the woman who had the experience. Now, she's the wife of the toll gatherer on the Charlestown Bridge. Would you care to hear her tale for yourself?
Well, sirs, it's many years ago by now. My old man has gone to his rest. Lord save him who could bear me out. In those days, we were both young and spry, and many's the evening I used to keep him company here at the toll gate.
Those days were when?
Oh, nigh on to 50 years ago.
Well, I'm sorry to have interrupted. Go on with your story.
But I remembered how annoyed Ethan was by this big black horse and the chaise and the man and the little girl. Used to tell me how they continually were in contempt of the rates crossing the bridge without stopping or paying.
And were they always followed by bad weather?
Why, bless you, sir, that is the truth. My Ian used to say they brought bad luck.
And you say you saw them?
One evening we heard them thundering up, and I said, this time they ain't going to take it out on you, Ethan. You're too easy going. So when he called them to halt and they kept on, I had grabbed up a three-legged stool. Heavy it was, but I was young and strong, and I hurled it square into the horse's belly.
And tell the judge what happened then.
It passed right through that horse as if it were a shatter. He never even broke stride as the stool went skipping across the bridge. No, sir. That was a haunt. A ghost rider with bad luck right in the dust of his wheels.
So, Judge Dunwell, what is your judgment?
I don't know. Neither explanation fits the pattern of my mind. And I have a feeling that I am not yet done with Peter Rugg. Nor will be till his fate is truly revealed to me.
And the judge's instinct was right. Neither he nor we are yet done with the haunting tale of Peter Rugg, the man or ghost who wanders so hopelessly in search of home and rest. I'll return shortly with Act 3. It was to be 5 years before Peter Rugg's and Judge Dunwell's paths crossed again. For some time, the judge had tried to track down the sometimes elusive person or legend, whichever he was. Then, being only human, Peter Rugg had almost passed from his mind until the rest of the judge's story, which you are about to hear now.
In the autumn of 1825, I attended the races at Richmond in Virginia. There was great excitement and the races were well attended, for it was a match race between two recognized champions, a roan called Dart and a light gray mare called Butterfly. At a signal, the gun sounded, and they were off. I was glued to the race. There seemed no way of choosing which horse might win, when suddenly there was an extra wave of excitement from the already madly cheering crowd. To my open-mouthed astonishment, appearing as if from nowhere in the rear, was a majestic black horse of unusual size, drawing an old weather-beaten chair. Effortlessly, as if his heavy non-racing vehicle, encumbered as it was by two occupants, didn't exist, he overtook the racing horses shortly before the winning line. And in concert, both Dot and Butterfly, as the horse passed them, lay back their ears and pulled up short, so that no contest was called. And the winning black horse and his carriage passed the finish line and faded away over the hill. In the clubhouse later, I was fortunate enough to have an introduction to one John Spring, the owner and rider of Butterfly.
Damn it, sir, that was no horse that overtook my mare. No one can outrun Butterfly. No horse, that is. Why, I had bet all I have she would show her heels to Dog.
No doubt she would if the...
Good horse, make no mistake. Good horse, but not a great one. But not to outrun my Butterfly. That ox or whatever animal it was that frightened off our horses, why, that makes no contest, sir. No contest.
And yet it looked like a horse.
In no fashion, sir. Nor was it. In no fashion. And that I can prove.
How is that, Mr. Spring?
By my own observation and countless others, sir. Would you like to see?
I would indeed.
Well, then, follow me. You remember, just about here, both of them pulled up and let that interloper go by and disappear.
Yes, the view is unfamiliar from this point, but I do remember it was shortly before the finish line.
Exactly, sir. Both horses, after pulling up, walked deliberately to this spot of soft ground. Butterfly dropped her head and then lifted it, whickering in fright. Dot followed by doing the same and snorting in a sort of anger. So all of us looked to what they had examined. See you them there for yourself, Judge.
I was looking at the hoof marks of the black horse which had carried on to the finish line and beyond. Horse? From the evidence of my eyes from the stands, yes. From the same evidence as I looked at the soft ground, Mr. Spring's strange claim had real validity. These were not the marks of a horse's hooves, but the evidence of another breed of animal or being. The hooves were cloven.
Judge Dunwell.
Mr. Derwent, your business takes you far afield.
In the nature of things. Not like what happened today at the races.
You saw?
Oh, yes.
I was stunned, weren't you? I thought Peter Rugg had vanished.
Oh, no, not I, sir. In the years since we met, I have come across him time and again and gotten soaked to the skin because of him. In New Hampshire, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and the last time, but shortly, in Delaware.
Have you spoken?
The last time only.
Tell me, if you will, what took place.
Well, sir, on his approach, he checked his horse with some difficulty. A more beautiful horse I'd never seen.
Sir, your face seems familiar. Perhaps I may engage your help. If you are, as maybe, traveling to Boston, I should be glad to accompany you, for I have lost my way. My little girl here is weary, and I must reach home tonight.
That would be impossible, sir. For you are in Concord, in the county of Sussex, which is in the state of Delaware.
But Concord? That is only 20 miles from Boston, and my horse, Lightfoot, could carry me to the Charlestown ferry in less than 2 hours. You mistake, sir. You are a stranger here. I am well acquainted with Concord, and this town is nothing like it.
Because this is Concord in the state of Delaware.
Huh? What do you mean by state?
Why, one of the United States, man.
States? Do you mock me? Because my heritage is Dutch? I know well I am not in Holland. As a gentleman, I beg you not to mislead me. Tell me, quickly, for pity's sake, before my horse swallows its bit, he is so starved, set me on the right road for Boston.
If I could, and I did, it would be 500 miles from here. 500 miles, you say? Nay, I will listen no more. This beats the Connecticut River. Get up, Lightfoot, get up! I can explain his last remark. I met him, as you may remember, outside Hartford, when he persisted in mistaking the Connecticut River for the Charles.
So our wandering homeseeker is still abroad. Man or spirit, I shall not rest until he can. But how to help him? The courts were closed until the winter session. It seemed to me that the judgment on Peter Rubb was too great, too inhumane, too unreasonable for the extent of his small crime. I made it my business wholly for once to try to catch him again. But I always seemed fated to be just too late. At the toll gate on the turnpike between Alexandria and Middleburg, he had passed and paid no toll. But the toll gatherer was grateful, for he brought rain behind him to relieve a drought. Back in Virginia at the toll bridge, an irate gatekeeper told me that, annoyed by the number of times Rugg had passed that way refusing to pay, he had stood in the way of the vehicle, and it had passed right through him, or over him, without so much as touching him. On the ferry boat across the Hudson, a Mr. Hardy who collected fares showed me a fare that a man had given him, insisting it was 30 shillings. It might have been once. It was a half-crown, coined by the British Parliament, dated 1649. Then I knew I had caught up with Peter Rugg again at last. I found him in his rig at the bow of the boat. Greetings, Mr. Rugg.
Huh? Oh, yes. You seem familiar, sir.
Judge Dunwell. We have met on the road before.
That could be possible, sir. May I say that since you are a stranger here, my house is your home. Dame Rugg will be happy to see her husband's friend. Step into my chair, sir, if you will. Move over, Jenny, for the great man. We shall be in Middle Street very shortly.
For many reasons, I will take advantage of your kind invitation. I sneaked a glance at my companions. Both were dressed in incredibly old-fashioned garments of fine cloth, but showing great wear. Rugg himself, at least in the face, was little more than skin drawn over the skull and cheekbones. Jenny was so bundled up she suggested only to my sad and horrified eye what her wizened, dried-out face proclaimed. A small Egyptian mummy. Only Lightfoot looked bigger, sleeker, and more magnificent than ever.
This is not Boston, sir.
Then mayhap it is New York.
How can it be New York, sir, when that place is 200 and more miles from Boston? But I thought I was home.
Mr. Rudd, look to the west. Only the size of a blackberry now, but that looks like an angry storm on our trail.
Ah, it is in vain to escape. I know that cloud. It brings new wrath to spend on my head. Go now, kind stranger, whoever you are. Leave me to my fate.
No, not this time, Peter Rugg. Give me the reins. This time perhaps we can outrun the storm. I took them from his slack hand, sliding over him and pushing him back to huddle with his daughter. And it needed only one flick to send that strange horse on his way like the wind. As we careened around the first corner, I noticed that his front hooves had been split on some hard road somewhere, but were healing. So Mr. Spring had been at least half right about the cloven hooves. I remembered little of that nightmare ride for Boston, how many days passed, where we stayed or ate or slept. I only know that no matter how fast we traveled, that mushrooming black cloud stayed on our heels every step of the way. And then at last, we were in Boston, on Middle Street. A crowd was gathered. The great elm still stood, although barren now of leaves, fire-blackened. And all that remained of the house was a heap of rubble. All else burnt to the ground. as I knew it to be, for the fire had taken place 2 years before.
You men of the North End, this is holy ground. The city needs this land, and let not the name of Peter Rugg dampen your ardor.
No! I hold renting title to this place.
No, hush, Mr. Rugg. Listen for a moment longer.
Let no man try to tell you that Peter Rugg is long since dead and gone to his reward or punishment. Let not legend makers seek the right and title to this land which is free and clear.
But how can this be? Who has burned my house to the ground? And who are all these strange people? I thought I knew every man in Boston, but I do not recollect at this moment that I ever saw one of these. Who are these strangers?
Listen to me, Peter Rugg. The only stranger here is you. You have suffered many years under an illusion. Look behind. The cloud, the storm. Your nemesis is gathering.
Then I must flee, away from home again.
No, if you do, you have no home.
If I stay, there is none left.
Don't you see that for over 50 years, the tempest which you so profanely defied at monotony has driven you before it like a straw in the wind? And now it is too late. Your wife, your house, and all your neighbors have disappeared. You have no home left here. You've been cut off from one age, and you can never be fitted to the present. You can never have another home again in this world, you or your daughter, unless...
Yes. Quickly, for the storm is almost upon us. Unless what?
Unless you stop fleeing it. Let it catch up with you and perhaps pass you by. Then mayhap at long last you can find rest.
Oh, rest. Sweet, blessed rest. Oh, my Father, forgive me. And take me and Jenny home.
The great black clouds and teeming rain engulfed us all. My last view of Peter Rugg was standing with his arm about his daughter, his face lifted to the rain. And wonder of wonders, at last the child's head, too, was lifted. In the intensity of it, they were lost. And suddenly the storm passed. For a moment, in its last fringe, I saw the two of them, eyes on heaven. And then, as if they had never been, chaise, horse, harness, father and daughter were gone. Where? I do not know. I can only hope home at last.
Judge Dunwell lived out a long and fruitful life, dying quietly in his bed one night. We do not know what his last thoughts were, but certainly one of them must have been that in all the last 40 years of his life, he never again met or heard of Peter Rugg. There is no one more tragic in all history or literature than the soul condemned to wander, lost, alone, cut off. And I do have to wonder a little if Peter Rugg didn't make his own penance. What we fear in life, we should not run from, especially if we can't outdistance it. Turn and meet it face to face. It's surprising that the reality is never as bad as the imagined. Our cast included Michael Tolan, Fred Gwynn, Ann Petoniak, Arnold Moss, and Ian Martin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. William Alger, a clergyman of these parts, 100 years ago was asked about fate. And he said, fate is the friend of the good, the guide of the wise, the tyrant of the foolish, and the enemy of the bad. Do we agree or disagree? Whether fate is friend or enemy, we're about to discover in the unusual tale we have chosen for you today.
Unsolved crimes, Henry. The books are full of them. Murderers who've gone away clean. Well, take your own family. Your Uncle Joseph was mysteriously poisoned. No one will ever be found guilty.
I could explain his death.
You could? What's your guess?
It's no guess. I know who murdered him.
Really? Who did?
I did.
Henry, are you joking?
Oh, I'm deadly serious. Deadly.
Our mystery drama, Guilty, adapted from a story by Edith Wharton, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by G. Frederick Lewis and stars Paul Hecht. I'll be back shortly with Act One. I don't know how it is where you live, but in the big cities in the USA, success is measured by address. So when attorney Peter Ashton welcomes a client into his Park Avenue office, you can be sure Peter is successful in the legal profession. As for his client, Henry Graham, how successful is he? I don't think I can answer that.
Henry, I haven't seen you in a long time. Everything going well?
Oh, Peter, not bad, but not so good either. Isn't that what you lawyers would call an equivocal answer?
What can I do for you?
Peter, we've known each other for quite a few years, and... Well, this is going to be harder for me to say than I thought it would.
But take your time.
I've always felt that you were more than just my lawyer. Not that you've gotten very rich representing me, but I've always thought of you as a friend.
Well, so have I. And I'm not only a friend, but a fan. I've said to you many times, you get one of your plays on Broadway, and I'll sell enough tickets to my clients to keep you open for months.
It's not going to happen.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to Hollywood.
I wish. No, I'm not going to make it. In 10 years, I've had one play off Broadway and 6 rejections. 6 plays that never got off a desk in a producer's office.
Well, I've read your plays, not all of them, Henry, and, well, I think you're off your head to give up now. Why now, Henry?
You know what they tell me? Producers, directors, agents? I lack imagination. My work doesn't ring true. People don't talk like that. Then a month ago, it came to me. What was wrong? But I can't face it alone. That's why I had to see you.
Well, I'm sorry it couldn't have been sooner, but I've been up to my ears with Mrs. Leslie Ashgrove. You've read about her. Handling her estate.
So you've met the famous and now rich Mrs. Ashgrove. What's your opinion?
Well, about the death of her husband?
Yeah.
My opinion, Henry, is that nothing will ever be known about who poisoned him. Whoever did it will never be discovered.
An unsolved crime.
Another unsolved crime. The books are full of them. Well, come to think of it, take your own family. Your Uncle Joseph, who also died mysteriously. Poisoned, wasn't it? No one will ever be found guilty, person or persons unknown.
I could explain his death. I know who murdered him.
Really? Who did?
I did.
Well, there's a playwright for you.
I'm serious. I'm deadly serious.
Sure, so am I. Well, so you murdered your uncle 10 years ago. To inherit his money, right?
That wasn't the main reason. You never knew my sister, Kathleen. She was older than I was, a lovely girl in so many ways. No, you didn't know her. She died before you and I met. Yes, it was partly for money I killed him. I needed it for her.
Henry, is this some kind of dramatic scene you're trying out to see if it'll play?
It's no drama, it's truth. It happened. That's why I've turned out to be what I am, Peter. Because I killed Uncle Joseph. It's always there. Whatever I'm writing, my characters won't say what I want them to say. My words are fake, unbelievable. My life, all of it is a constant cover-up of hatred and guilt. You can't have reservations when you write. You can't fake people's emotions. You have to feel them yourself, and I can't. So, Peter, can you help me?
Well, I can listen, Henry.
10 years ago, I had everything going for me.
Was that when your first off-Broadway play opened?
Yes, my first and only play. My sister, Kathleen, stayed home. She should have been in the hospital, but I didn't have the money to swing it. I was hoping the play would be a hit. I'd make some money and I could take good care of her. Opening night, I was standing in a corner by the door as the play ended.
Hello, I'm Robin Draper. You're Henry Graham, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I thought so. I write for the Village News. We ran a picture of you when you went into rehearsal. I took the picture.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Oh, I take the pictures, I write the stories, I sell advertising space, and tonight I'm the drama critic. Henry, I loved the play, and I hope it's got a long run ahead of it.
Miss Draper.
Robin.
Robin, you may be the only person who likes the play this much. I don't want you to vanish on me.
I won't.
No, but I suppose you have to run back to your newspaper and write your criticism fast to get it in the morning edition.
No, I don't. The Village News is a weekly.
Oh.
Let's go across the street for coffee.
Well, just what I was going to suggest.
On me, Henry. You see, this is the first time I've met a playwright of a play I loved. So, coffee's on me.
Oh, no.
Henry, you wrote the play. I'll get the coffee.
So you see, Robin, I'm the only one there is to take care of my sister. TB isn't getting any better. Well, if I become famous and that helps pay for her special treatments, that's okay. About once a week I take Kathleen to the clinic for tests, but we're kidding ourselves. She doesn't need any more tests. She needs special treatments in a hospital.
Kathleen is the Kathy of your play.
Yeah. And her father is me, helpless but well-meaning.
And the man at the end of your play who comes knocking on the door and you... Well, you just know there's hope. Is he based on someone you know?
No. There's nobody like that in our family. There's only one person who has money, and that's my Uncle Joseph. And the only reason he's got it is that he's never given any away. No, he doesn't spell hope to me.
Well, I'm predicting here and now, Henry, you're going to write more and more plays, and more people will listen.
I know, Robin, but when?
Well, maybe it'll take time, but it'll happen.
I don't know that I can wait that long. Sure, they liked my one and only play, but they said it was too special to move uptown to Broadway, and next time I ought to write something more commercial.
Henry.
Kathleen, my sister. How could I write at home? The doctors at the clinic just shook their heads.
Henry.
They said that if Kathleen didn't get the right treatment soon, they didn't know how long she could hang on. These treatments were very expensive.
Henry, what are you doing staring out the window?
I've just decided something.
What?
I'm going up to Renfield and see Uncle Joseph. I know he's tight, but he's getting along in years. He's our only relative.
You can't ask him for money just like that.
Why not? I need it now, not when he's gone.
My boy, I don't know what occasioned this visit. Don't know why, after all these years, you suddenly had to see me, but now that you're here, just look at these melons and tell me if you have ever in your whole life seen anything to equal this.
No, I never have, Uncle. How many greenhouses have you here?
3. But the first one's where we grow the more exotic melons.
Oh, one looks more delicious than the next.
I wouldn't know about that. I grow them for the farm shows and the county fairs because I like to look at them. But I can't eat them. Buttermilk and toast. That's all I'm allowed. It's time for my nap. So we'll talk later, huh? What's the matter with you, Henry? You always have that worried expression on your face?
Uncle Joseph, it's Kathleen. I'm concerned about her.
You should have brought her.
Well, she has TB, and I don't have any money for the special treatments which could cure her.
What do you do for a living?
I've written a play, and I've started another.
You can't eat plays. How do you eat?
Oh, I'm a waiter in a coffee house in the village.
Your sister, how old is she? 20, 30?
No, she's 35.
Never married.
Always been sickly. I've been taking care of her.
Well, my advice to you, Henry, is don't worry. Be cheerful. No one likes to see a man who frowns. You have to cultivate a smile. I do.
I stayed on a few days, trying everything I could to make this ugly Croesus understand that Kathleen's health was worth at least as much as the care of half a dozen of those acres of melons with their thermometers and humidity controls and all the gadgets and gardeners that went with his expensive hobby. But Uncle Joseph was so self-centered, I knew it was useless. I went to say goodbye to him. He was in his pet greenhouse. When I got there, the glass door was open from the inside, and the head gardener ran out, slamming it shut behind him.
And, Mario, don't you dare ever show your face in here again, or I'll have the police after you.
Well, what is it, Uncle? What happened?
Just look at it. And did you ever see such a beauty? Do you know what that Mario did? This was my prize cassava. I told him to pick it for the county fair tomorrow. Do you see what that idiot did? Dropped his trowel right on the melon. Look at that gash. Oh, it cost me a blue ribbon.
Well, I'm sorry, Uncle, but I'm afraid I can't stay here any longer. I'm worried about Kathleen.
All right, to Washington. He's probably here illegally. Oh, I'll make him pay. Will you look at that melon? It's a crime.
Uncle, will you listen to me?
You're right, Henry. All right. I should calm myself. It's bad for the heart.
Please, I've tried to ask you before. Can't you possibly give me a loan? I'll leave the amount to you. I think it's your niece, Kathleen. It's not her fault. She has this condition.
Henry, you're getting all red in the face.
Just a little money. You wouldn't even feel it, and it could help cure her. I guarantee on my word to pay you back. I've a half-written play, a wonderful play. I'd give that to you as security.
A half-written play as security? All this excitement is too much for me. I can feel my heart pounding. I'm going to my room to lie down.
It was then I decided this horrible and selfish old man didn't deserve to live, and it was up to me to kill him. The fact that I would inherit some of his money when he died didn't matter nearly as much as stopping his breath forever. But how to do it? How to murder without getting caught. How to do it without getting caught? A question asked since Cain slew his brother. Those who are driven to dealing death often regard the killing as their duty. Desperation silencing morals, the sense of wrong, and stifling conscience. Henry Graham is in exactly such a predicament, as we shall see when I return shortly with Act 2. In Exodus of the good book, we read, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, burning for burning, wound for wound, life for life. It was this that fired Henry Graham to action. And it is these events leading to the murder of his uncle he now tells to his lawyer.
So that was 10 years ago, Henry?
Yes, Peter. Almost to the month. I left Renfield and came back to the city. I had no plan. I just knew I shouldn't let him live. While I was away, Kathleen's condition got worse. A week later, the telephone rang. It was Uncle Joseph. I prayed that he had changed his mind. But my prayers were not answered.
I had a visitor today, Henry.
Oh, yes? Who?
Mario, my old gardener. Remember him?
Oh, yes. What did he want?
He had the gall to threaten me because I withheld his 2-week severance pay. After what he'd done to me. I called the police and they ran him out of town. Teach him to try that on me.
How are your melons doing?
Oh, I'm going to be eating a little French dwarf melon next Sunday.
Oh? Well, what about your diet?
Well, I'd been feeling low, and Dr. Moore said maybe the taste of a melon would perk me up. So this Sunday morning, I shall have myself a real treat.
See, it was fate, Peter. My chance. He called on a Tuesday, and Sunday was 5 days away. I could do it.
Excuse me, Henry. Yes. Ah, right. Well, tell them I'll be with them in a minute. Henry, when you began this confession of yours, I had no idea it would take so much time. I have a very tight schedule this morning. I've got 2 clients waiting for me right now.
Don't you want to hear how I poisoned him?
No, Henry, really. Just answer me one thing. Why this confession at this time?
You weren't listening when I told you I cannot write with this knowledge. I'm not sorry I did it, Peter. I did inherit lots of money. But it came too late. They couldn't save Kathleen. She died. Yeah, having money didn't save me either. No one will put on a play I've written. I'm 40 years old and I'm beaten and I know it.
Henry, we'll talk about this some other time. Okay?
Yeah, you don't believe any of this, do you?
I believe you're disappointed, very upset. But a murderer? No, I don't.
Who else could I talk to? Who would listen and believe me? I was afraid to test the friendship of the few friends I still had. Robin Draper. Of course, Robin. She was a reporter, a writer. She could put my story into her paper. We'd met 10 years ago, and 7 years ago we'd each gone our own way. I wondered if she'd remember me.
Don't tell me. I know that voice. Is it Henry Graham?
Robin, you recognized me.
Oh, I never forget voices, faces, or dreams. Are you still writing plays, Henry?
Still dreaming about it, I guess.
Why haven't you called me before? What was it? 6 years ago we lost track of each other.
7. I have to talk to you. Could you come over to my place after work?
Tonight? Well, why not?
Great.
You live in the same place?
Yeah, the same floor through on Bleecker.
I have a light in the window at 10 o'clock, and I'll be there.
So you see, Robin, I can't go on keeping all this to myself. You see, so easy. I knew Uncle Joseph had these big hypodermic needles the gardeners used to test the sugar content, and all I had to do was to fill one with poison.
What poison?
I don't remember exactly. Something I bought.
Well, it's not that easy to buy poison.
Are you going to let me tell you how I did it?
Yes, go on.
It was nothing to drive up from the city that Saturday night in a rented car, park a mile from Renfield, open the back door. I knew the house. Creep into the kitchen, open the refrigerator, and there it was. The dwarf French melon he was going to have for breakfast the next morning. Take out the needle, poke it through the melon skin, and in just 1 hour I was back in this room. I was right here, sitting on this chair by 3:30 in the morning. Robin, don't you remember?
Remember what?
Well, you came off the night shift on the paper, and I was sitting here in my shirt sleeves as if I'd been working all night.
Yes, it was that night.
Yes, how could you forget it? You were the one who spoke up for me at the inquest, saying I was obviously working in my room, as I'd often done before when you'd stop by after work.
And you weren't?
No. You see, Robin, I'm telling you this now so you could print it as a sort of interview, saying I was lying so they'd reopen the case.
Henry, you're asking me, who proved your alibi, now to establish your guilt?
Yeah, will you?
Well, how can I?
I can't live like this anymore, torn by remorse.
Well, then you are sorry.
I don't know why I said that, because I'm not sorry I killed him. I'm not. Robin wasn't going to help. I'd made a mistake. But fortunately, Peter, my lawyer, arranged for me to see someone who could be objective. Charles Green, the assistant district attorney.
I'll be honest with you, Graham. For a man to confess to a crime on the flimsy evidence that you've just handed me makes me hesitate.
It's my own fault, then, if I didn't make clear to you every detail I remember of that night?
One thing. From where did you rent the car that you used that night?
Well, I think it was a garage opposite Leffler's on 20th Street.
Oh, fine. We'll check the records.
If they're still there.
Well, let's hope. And, the poison you used?
Yeah, I've been trying to remember where I bought it. It'll come to me.
Okay. Just get back to me with that information, will you? Call my office and leave word with my assistant.
I'd rather come and tell you personally.
Oh, as you wish. Well, goodbye, Mr. Graham.
Yeah, I'll get you the information. I'll be in touch very soon.
Fine. Yes?
Peter Ashton on 1.
I'll take it. Peter, your friend just left.
Well, what do you think, Charlie?
That's what I was going to ask you. He's certainly got a fixation to confess the murder of his uncle.
Think there's anything to it?
I'll check it out. But his story is full of holes. I think the biggest favor that you could do him is to have him see a psychiatrist.
I called Robin a few times. She was too busy to see me. I wondered, was she washing her hands of me already? I tried writing, but I couldn't sit still at the typewriter. And then a Mr. J.B. Henson, a detective from the DA's office, came to see me. I was so excited that they were doing something, I could hardly talk. First, we went to 20th Street. Mr. Henson, I'm pretty sure the garage was somewhere along here. The number will come to me.
Well, there's no car rental garage on this block.
Well, let's keep walking then.
You told the assistant district attorney it was Number 204 East?
Yeah. Opposite Leffler's department store. Now, let's see. I rented the car on a Tuesday.
And then what?
Well, for a week I began making practice runs at night from where I was living up to Renfield. See, I just had 4 days, and when I got the trip down to an hour, I thought, fine, that's okay. You see, I wanted to get up there at about 1 or 2 and be back home by 3. This looks sort of familiar. No, but not the building. Is that number 204?
Well, it may have been 10 years ago, but this office building has swallowed your garage. Now, you're dead sure?
Oh, yes, I am, because you see that empty building across the street? That was Leffler's department store.
Well, we'll check it. And it was a Mr. Flood you rented the car from, right? You didn't get his first name?
No, just Flood.
Uh-huh. Well, that brings us to the poison. The DA said you were going to try to remember where you got it.
Yes, I do remember, Mr. Henson. I got it from an old college teacher of mine, Jim Dawes. He lived at number 20, Stuyvesant Square. He was a chemist. He made it up for me, no questions asked.
He made the poison up for you?
Absolutely. I'm sure he'll tell you. You just ask him.
You've seen him recently?
No, not in 10 years. Yes, well, I could have been wrong about the address. My memory for details has not been too good lately. That could have been where Professor Dawes lived.
We don't think so. This man was 96 years old.
Oh, what happens now?
Why do you want this crime known? Why do you want to sit in jail for the rest of your life?
I've told everyone why so many times. I'm guilty. I want to pay for what I've done. I can't understand why that's so hard to believe. I feel like I'm sitting somewhere else, looking at my life like watching a movie I'm not part of anymore. I didn't feel remorse or guilt. I wished I could turn the clock back 10 years so I could remember something that would help. I went downtown to the off-Broadway theater where my first play had been done, getting a seat right at the back so I could get out into the lobby before the crush started.
Hello, Henry.
Robin.
How did you like the play?
It was good. Robin, I've left word at your office. I don't know how many times.
Well, we've been very busy. Our neighborhood paper is getting very popular.
Are you still in charge of everything?
No, just editorial and art critic. Do you remember this theater?
Yeah, my first and only triumph. Gosh, it's really strange running across you here. It's as if 10 years ago is happening all over again.
I've been thinking about you, Henry. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Because I wanted to.
Yes, I'm glad. I can't get over it, meeting you like this here in this theater. Robin.
What is it?
That man there with a mustache who just came into the lobby. You see him?
Yes, I do. Why? Do you know him?
Why is he here? What's he doing?
Why shouldn't he be? He probably came to see the play.
Oh, he's from the DA's office. He's following me.
Before we begin to analyze whether Henry Graham is as sane as he believes he is, or is on the verge of a mental breakdown, or suffers from an imbalance for which there is little cure, let us suppose he is stricken only with a conscience, that his illness is his conscience. If so, it is beyond the practice of all the physicians in the world. I shall return shortly with Act 3. Those who have in their past committed some loathsome act, which with regret and fear they hide from their conscious selves. Within the mind, the memory of this act gathers force until, like an active volcano, it bursts upon the consciousness. On the other hand, could the murder of his uncle exist only in Henry Graham's imagination? That he believes he committed the crime because he wishes he had. In the lobby of a theater, Henry suddenly becomes aware that he is being followed.
Robin? That man with the mustache, I've met him before. He's a detective. He's from the DA's office.
Henry, I hate to destroy your vivid imagination, but he happens to be a man I know. And he's just come out of the theater like everyone else.
You know him?
Yes, he's Dr. George Stanner.
That man there lighting a cigarette? He's no doctor.
Of course that's Stanner. I ought to know. I interviewed him. He's got an office at 5th and 89th. He's one of the best-known psychiatrists in the business. They're always calling on him to testify in court.
Testify? About what?
Well, you know, in cases where they plead insanity.
No, he couldn't be.
Why couldn't he be? I just don't understand you, Henry. Oh, wait, we'll soon find out, because I think he's coming this way.
No, I don't want him to see me.
Henry, you're not making sense. If he's following you, he's seeing you. Oh, good evening, Dr. Stanner. How did you like the play?
Well, not much, really. Mental aberrations are not what I call entertainment. But I thought I ought to see it.
Yes, well, good night, Doctor.
Good night.
That man, Henson, could be his twin.
Henry, shall I walk you home? You seem a little shaky.
No, I don't think I want to go home yet.
Well, good. Then why don't you invite me to have coffee?
You would? Really?
Oh, I'll not only accept your invitation for a cup of coffee, Henry, but this time I'll let you pay for it.
I had believed the assistant DA and the detective Henson were on my side. If I was being trailed, obviously they were not. The next morning my phone rang. Would I come over to the DA's office as soon as I could? The assistant, Mr. Green, had some news for me.
Miss Draper, we've just called Henry Graham. Before he gets here, I've asked you to join Dr. Stanner and myself because obviously you've known Graham for a long time and he trusts you.
Oh, I hope so. Yes, I have known Henry for a long time. I knew him when his uncle died. Offhand, I'd say he has a fantastic imagination, but he's no criminal.
Dr. Stanner, you've had a couple of interviews with Graham.
There's a great deal to what Miss Draper says. On the other hand, it's possible that he's a manic depressive. He certainly shows many of the symptoms. He told me he felt as if he were watching his life on a movie screen.
But why would he want to kill his uncle in the first place?
Well, Henry adored his sister. She died of TB, which he feels could have been prevented had there been money for special treatments. Henry went to see his uncle to ask for a loan. His uncle turned him down.
Is it possible, Doctor, that in Graham's mind, his uncle killed his sister, so Graham had to kill him in return?
Well, in his mind, Charles, yes. But only there.
Well, we haven't found hard evidence to the contrary.
Mr. Green?
Yes, come in.
I came as soon as I could. Robin, what are you doing here?
I was invited.
I think I've met this gentleman before, huh? Mr. Henson? Huh? Or is it?
Well, actually, Graham, his name is not Henson.
That's right. You're Dr. Stanner, the psychiatrist.
Yes, I am.
Mr. Green, why did you do that to me? Send a psychiatrist.
Because I looked into your story and there's nothing to it.
Henry, please, everyone here wants to help
I want to know why the assistant DA played such a trick on me.
I had to. It's part of my business. Matter of fact, Dr. Stanner is a detective. Every doctor is.
Oh? And what did he detect?
Well, it's overwork, Graham. Yours is not an uncommon form of hallucination.
Dr. Stanner, I killed my uncle.
Gentlemen, I think we've gone about as far as we can on this investigation. The taxpayers would be up in arms if we spent any more time on it. Dr. Stanner, I appreciate your work.
Henry, let's go somewhere. Just you and me. Henry, I'm going to cook us a little supper. Now, you put your feet up and look at the papers. There's a whole pile. Read one of them and tell me what you think.
God, I'm so tired. All I've been doing in the past few weeks is running around trying to prove something. I couldn't stop. Robin?
Yes?
Why are you wasting time with me?
Because you're in trouble and I'd like to help?
Robin, come here.
I'm preparing something for us to eat.
It can wait. Come here, will you?
Okay, my friend. Move over on this sofa so I can sit.
Why do you want to help me?
Oh, I don't know. I just want to. I'd like you to have some peace of mind.
I'm not going to stop now. I have to prove I'm the murderer.
Henry, wouldn't it be better if you just closed the book on it?
Sure, it would be better. But I can't. There's got to be some way of finding the man I rented the car from. Some relative of Jim Dawes who knew he was a chemist and how he made poisons. No one believes that. I'll tell you what else. Uncle Joseph had a housekeeper, a Mrs. Cruz. Yeah, maybe she knows something. Maybe my fingerprints are somewhere in the kitchen near the refrigerator. I've got to go up there and look around.
If Renfield is still standing, they wreck a lot of those old estates.
Robin, I wish you wouldn't keep doing that.
Doing what?
Whenever I come up with something, you knock it down.
Henry, I'm your friend. I'm just trying to be logical.
I don't need that kind of friendship. I want you to promise me you'll think about everything I've said and do something about it. Try everything you can to prove I'm guilty. You've got to.
Well, if that's what you want, sure, but what if I can't? What if none of the people or things you talk about are around anymore?
Robin, this is not funny. I'm going to settle this, even if I have to kill again to prove it.
Dr. Stanner, it's Robin Draper. Henry Graham is here. He's been here all evening, and I think he's not well. I'm hiding in my bedroom, and I can't leave my apartment.
Well, tell me, what's the address?
724 East 72nd. Knock on the superstore downstairs. He'll have a pass key.
Where is Graham now?
Well, he's dozing on the sofa, I think. Oh, please, get over here as fast as you can.
I don't know what happened then. Of course, I would never have hurt Robin. I don't care what they say. But it's turned out all right. They asked me to stay in this place and take it easy. I sort of lose track of the time, but the day my lawyer, Peter, came with Robin, well, I'm not likely to forget that.
Hello, Henry. It's good to see you.
Hello, Peter. They said I had two visitors. Who's the other?
Well, there she is. Miss Draper.
My darling Henry. Such a long time. May I kiss you?
You're embarrassing me. Robin? Robin, what is it? You're crying.
No. It's all right, Henry. He looks so much better than the last time, doesn't he, Peter?
Much better.
Have you two been here before to see me?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
You're safe here, and we'll come to visit you as much as you like.
How long is it?
How long?
Yes, that I've been here.
Well, we won't bother you with numbers. How are they treating you?
Oh, great. Just great. Once I got to know the people here, I explained to them how I killed Uncle Joseph. They're very interested in it. I've taken the time to write a more complete statement of how I killed him. I had been a little vague, before. For instance, about Mrs. Cruz, the housekeeper. That night in the kitchen when I put the poison in the melon, I heard a noise and got out of there fast, but when I was closing the door behind me, I saw her, and she saw me. Yeah, it's all in here, Peter. I've written it all down. See what you can do, okay? And let me know next time. Robin, when are you coming here again?
Are you politely telling us to go?
There's a play producer who happens to be staying here. He wants to talk to me about a production. Peter, be sure you read that statement carefully, huh? Find out everything you can so that I can take my punishment.
Henry, stop that.
What?
I'm not going to let you ask us to get you convicted and then talk about putting on a play in the same breath. Do you want to be accused of your uncle's murder or not?
Of course. Think of the publicity value. Author of this season's Broadway smash hit awaits his final curtain in death row.
Peter, do you mind, before we head back to town, my knees are kind of buckling under me. Let's sit a moment on this bench.
I'm a little shaky myself.
He's worse. It's almost a joke with him.
And he's still convinced that he did it.
There's no shaking him out of that, is there?
Robin, there's something I have to tell you. Something I learned the day before yesterday. Thanks to you and that tip you gave me about the housekeeper, Mrs. Cruz. I found her. It's true, what he said. She did see him, but said nothing about it when they questioned her because she thought she must have been dreaming. She couldn't believe Henry would have poisoned his uncle. So she suspected the person she saw in the kitchen was the gardener who had been fired.
Oh, it was Henry after all.
Yes. So what do we do now?
Oh, what can we do? Will the housekeeper say anything?
No, she's scared out of her wits.
Peter, I say we do nothing. Henry is being punished. And the punishment may go on for years in this place.
But it's his crime he wants to be punished for.
I won't be responsible for giving him the death he wants. Can you honestly say, Peter, you could live with the knowledge that you sent him to his death?
It's been said that a neurotic is a man who builds a castle in the air. A psychotic is the man who lives in it. And a psychiatrist is the man who collects the rent. In the case of Henry Graham, we hope the landlord will effect the cure. I shall return shortly. As we round out this story of Henry Graham, and I ask myself, should he be forgiven or forgotten, I am reminded it was Robert Louis Stevenson who said that there is so much good in the worst of us and so much bad in the best of us that it behooves all of us not to talk about the rest of us. Our cast included Paul Hecht, Joyce Gordon, Lloyd Batista, and Ray Owens. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant